We're opening a free grocery store sponsored by Poly Market, but it's only gonna last like a week.
No, that was something that happened. Oh my gosh, that's super. What is that? Water, vegetable juice, fruit juice, 100%. Black tea, green tea, natural flavors, vitamin C. It seems like a much better alternative if you have to drink. I have to drink. I do like V8 and like a Bloody Mary, but no. Oh my gosh, that happened. But it's non-GMO, gluten-free, no artificial colors, no sugar added. I get anxiety, and like it makes me like, I don't know. I have to drink. Damn, they're so good. Having even more anxiety because so I have to be careful. I have to be careful with. It definitely helps. Having even more.
Down now, doobie-doobie-doo. Jer, are you gonna call your rep for help now? Come on, doobie-doo. I see you pretending you got some silver. You're not fooling me, 'cause I can see how you beg like a grifter. You know you got a channel to flag, so doobie-doo. Get your bull ready for your call, don't hold back. And doobie-doo, when you come through, you're gonna lick yourself a cum-filled sack. That's a fact. Doobie-doobie-doo, Jer, are you gonna do some more coffee shilling? Yes, we can count on you. Doobie-doo, the internet's most hated villain.
Oh man, that song is such a jam. I love that one. That's the Sky Bull. He's only got 30 subscribers, 36 subscribers, 37 now. Doobie-doobie-doo. Jeremy and the gang. It's a classic one. How's it going, guys? It's Monday morning. Hope you're having a good day. And yes, it is a confirmed Miller time, as we're going to see. By the way, like Hannah Claire looks really good as like Velma. I got to say, she looks much better than Mel, who may be on the way out, as we're going to see today. Now, before we get into that, we've got to welcome everyone to the last. Can you believe it? It's the last week of June. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave a B in the chat. Tell me I'm muted, even when I'm not, and all the good stuff. But let's see what Jeremy's going to say.
But a huge shout out to y'all.
Huge shout out to everybody.
This June has been incredible.
Incredible June.
Follower and subscriber growth, incredible. Views, as good as they've ever been.
Now, wait a minute, Jeremy. What do you mean by that? As good as they've ever been? I didn't think there was a problem at all. Now, of course, if you look at the germinal decline, which we will do later, you'll see that this is far, far from the truth.
Hard work pays off.
The thing is, Jeremy will say these things like hard work pays off, and he actually believes it. He actually believes that he's working hard. He doesn't believe that he's a grifter. He doesn't believe that he's stealing all his content, and he does believe that he deserves everything that he gets. But what he's getting is kind of what he deserves, but not in the way that he thinks it is.
Getting mired in what a few retards think they have control over you. I wonder how all those you know what? I'm going to be humble. I'm just going to say this. Thank you all.
Thank you. Can we get some thank yous in the chat?
There are a lot of opinions that my channel was dead and it's over. His career's over. Well,
I mean, I was going to do the germinal decline part later, but as you can see, that's a pretty big fall off I was seeing there. It's now, Jeremy, let's be fair. Jeremy did have a couple of potentially good days, you could say. But how can you tell when he's paying for views? You don't even know which ones are real or not. Now he did put out, I believe, something in the realm of 50 to 60 Carmelo Anthony videos. But the gravy train may be over, Jeremy. What are you going to do next?
We destroyed him.
By the way, we're going to learn tonight that Jeremy actually was so spooked by his last canceling. He was so terrified when he saw the numbers dipping, when he saw the streams failing, when he looked at his bank account and he said, as a multi-millionaire mogul of several businesses, he can't afford to retire at the age of 45. I mean, what's the point? What's the point of having millions of dollars if you can't retire early, if you can't hit that fire, the financial independence retire early grift? That is actually really funny. As we know that Jeremy has literally no investments because it keeps him up at night. He's got too much anxiety. So he doesn't have a single investment. He's just having his money rot in the bank account and be destroyed by inflation. And he's selling off all of his assets. Now, I think I have a theory that he's selling off all the assets because he wants to pay for a few more weeks of keeping Melanie on board because she's not going to stick around the moment those paychecks stop clearing, Jeremy. Come on now. He's broke.
I pray for those people. I'm praying for you guys.
Thanks.
I really am. I really am. I wish the best for you. I wish that
he can't say that with a straight face. He's like looking at his stream chat and he's like, we're going to be noticing. He's like always chewing now. I guess it's because he's got those zins in his mouth or something. But he looks like a cow chewing the cud. He's morphing into his very embodiment of a lol cow. It's quite fascinating to see.
Wise says this.
All right. That's the end of that one. So where should we start? It was a... let me see. I guess we'll go back. We'll go back into it. We got this Squibbly Mackenzie on the Kiwi Farms. And they said Jeremy made a statement on Friday. So we'll go back. How was your weekend, by the way, chat? This is from Friday. Let's see what Jeremy says here.
I'm really going to try to log off this weekend.
You can place your bets. How do you think this went from? Yes, I know he does. I know you don't chew Zims, okay? You don't chew them, all right? But that's what it looks like.
Oh, I find myself really, really like blackpilling. Not blackpilling.
He's blackpilling.
Like apathy pilling. And it's just because like these last...
Now, he actually claimed before that he was a merchant of like hopefulness and white pilling, but no, it's all black pilling. And he's fatigued from the black pills.
Couple months have been really crazy. Like there's all that stupid drama. And then...
Why don't you... Like he still hasn't admitted what he did. It's just stupid drama. It'll all be over by, what do you say, May 4th? It's been going for 3 months at this point. It's like, do you remember? I was like looking back and I was like, Jesus, has it really been that long? It feels like only yesterday that this started. And there's no end in sight, Jeremy. This is going to continue forever. I mean, as long as he keeps being retarded and funny. Not funny in itself that his being funny, but it's funny to laugh at.
Just
2 more weeks.
Algorithm changed so that,
now this YouTube algorithm change, this is something that he's been talking about. And what he's doing now is you look at these, he's got these like, it got so much worse. We're in trouble. She's raging. They're watching. Like he's doing this clickbait thing. And this appeals to the lowest common denominator of viewers. I think anyone that actually has like a modicum of intelligence is actually turned off by these sort of videos. Although maybe this is like that not Indian, but Nigerian like scam emails where they use bad English on purpose so that you click on, so that anyone that's like smart enough to know it's a scam is like self-filtered or something. But the thing with this sort of content is, because you can clickbait on YouTube, but if you clickbait people, it's a very it's not very forward thinking, because people once clickbaited, they start to get annoyed. They start to get frustrated. And if you see the same thing over and over and over, the people don't come back. Now, after making about 60 videos on this Carmelo Anthony story, you've now noticed that he got a couple of videos up to 100,000, but now they're like 37,000, 27,000, 54,000. This is a good day for Jeremy. And it's what he used to he used to delete this shit because it was too small. Here.
Suddenly it wanted these cringe titles. And
right, this is a lost tab. I was looking at this like fake 7'5" girl. She's like pretending to be tall. That's got nothing to do with the show.
Thumbnails, I figured that.
You can just pretend you caught me, chat, looking at tall women.
Out. Then the Carmelo Anthony trial. It's just been a lot going on for like 4 straight months. And
can we see the giantess? No, like this is like something that nobody cares about me. It's about ethics and being tall. There's like this family in New Zealand that pretends they're like all 7 feet tall. It's like, it makes me really mad actually. And I've been trying to expose them for a long time.
And a way to reset.
She's tall.
Without taking a vacation. So I'm going to try to just like leave my phone aside over the weekend, do chores, to stuff that like, you know, like when you do chores, you know, your mind's not thinking about every little thing. And
now I do actually agree with Jeremy here that like cleaning is the best form of penance, but let's see how this turned out for Jeremy. So he's going to digitally detox over the weekend. Now, Squibbly McKenzie reports that less than 24 hours later, 20 tweets, videos posted to multiple channels, shorts posted to all of his channels. This must be the 7th or 8th time in just this year that he's announced he's been taking a break from the internet. And he can never go more than a few hours without posting on Twitter. This is the funniest one for me, actually, because it's like, we've seen this video we watched a long time ago, like in the early days of the Jeremy streams, where he was claiming that he was never going to return to Twitter. And then he was like making these videos seething at people, like saying like, oh my goodness, he's butt broken, he's leaving the internet. And the same thing happened again, as we all know, because he's doomed to repeat his mistakes because he never learns from them. He doesn't even make the effort to do it on one of his alternate accounts to keep up appearances. His announced break is just forgotten in a matter of hours. I seriously wonder, even if you took away the drugs and the booze, how long it would take before a simple act of being away from the screen starts to give him the shakes. Very true. Good post. Now, we have this post on the Kiwi Farms where you see, well, this is real. And this is indeed a real tweet. You can see that he's responding to Justin Gladhole, and he's doing the retard alert, ding, ding, ding. He's leaning into the meme. He's leaning into, but this is a certified Miller Time episode in the wakes. It's Miller Time, baby. The quartering is spiraling again, lashing out for attention. Quartering takes shot at the YouTubers who are military veterans. Now that's a hot take. All of the comments are shitting on him. So there's like, what was he saying? The biggest red flag for me in the political sphere here in America is the ex-military YouTuber, almost always clown. I mean, we can talk about stolen valor, talk about his meme war veteran hat, the fact that he bought a $7,000 rifle and never fired it once and then sold it out. And now he's going to try and shit on people that are ex-military. I mean, at least they went fucking outside, which is more than you can claim for Jeremy. Now, this guy, Jeff Paff, says, you're obviously talking about Sean Ryan. Why do you keep hating on YouTubers that are critical of Trump? Is it because of the midterms? I hope it's not because it's retarded to think that podcasts I hope it's not because it's retarded to think podcasts hurt GOP more than the actions of Trump, especially when independents determine the outcome of the election. What is this one? He responded saying, imagine thinking I'm not allowed to criticize co-workers and one of the largest employers on earth. Sean Ryan is a protein powder Lex Friedman. Psy-op slop. Don Flurgandy is a vet as well. Is that unironically true? Or do you mean like a vet of the Me More veteran? Because Don Flurgandy is putting out some fantastic content. He's actually like cottoned me onto a couple things for tonight's show. So good stuff there. Fantastic broadcast. Now he was going back and like he was talking about this chick from back, like this is the UK like chick that was like talking about the rape gangs and things. He's trying to like bring back the good days. My pool water is under attack by the woke mod. Antifa made algae grow in stagnant water. Trump, please start the race war. You can see the pro-algae protesters are now harassing National Guard troops who are guarding the reflection pool from vandalism. This is all these people have left. Trying to ruin a national monument because he made it beautiful again. Like this whole like reflection pool thing is so fucking stupid. Can't people just admit when people make mistakes? Like it was a pool of water. It was fine. There was no reason to change any of it. It's just a big fucking government expense. But no, he can't do any wrong. All right, so he's been seeding out all day. As of yet, that was yesterday. So it was a Sunday, was a Miller Timed Inferno. I'm actually curious to see if he shows up to today's stream because it is Monday in Wisconsin, right? And I have a feeling he's going to be hungover. You'll have to let me know. We might check in with him because I think towards the end of my stream is when he starts to stream himself. Alrighty. So let's go into Let's get into this. We'll go into the first actual Jeremy clip, and this is from Alyssa Clips. This one is so fucking funny. I think a couple people have had a look at it as well, but it's so good. It's called Getting Cancelled. The Quartering is Selling Everything. Strip clubs and D tattoos. June 18th. Happy June for everyone.
I think getting canceled, it definitely changes you. You've been canceled. Yeah. I've been canceled, I think, twice now.
Yep.
So
you know what Jeremy got canceled from? He got canceled from the Renaissance Fair for being a danger to women and children.
Take that.
Yeah.
But when I first got canceled was when I was in the Magic the Gathering community, and everyone there is liberal. And eventually I was like, wait a minute, I don't want trans, garbage in my video game or my card game that I've been playing since I was 9 years old. And you get to the point where you like gaslight yourself. You're like,
yeah, you wouldn't want the trans people stalking people in the bathrooms at the Magic the Gathering conventions. You just rather stalk people in like straight up daylight.
Oh, maybe I am bad, because so many people are coming at you. But then you eventually find a new community. Like getting canceled, while it's going on, you're like, oh man, this is the worst.
What is this video by Tobuscus? Nature's N-word pass. I know he's like sucking up to Tobuscus at the moment, or Toby Games, because he's having like a mental breakdown on Twitter. He's being very funny as well.
But then you're like, wait a minute, no. If some people just fade away, in fact, most people do.
Yeah.
I mean, like basically 99.9% of all fucking people fade away. You have to do something incredible, like found a nation for people to actually remember your name. Like we're all going to be dead and buried one day. Nobody's going to give a fuck who we are. But
if you're like, actually, you know what? I'm not wrong.
But you are wrong, Jeremy.
And you just double down. Mm-hmm. I used to have a big Magic channel, and then like they canceled me for having a very reasonable opinion about not having,
Well, he was literally harassing women. Like he was driving out the hot chicks that were cosplaying as the sexy Magic the Gathering characters. I've never played Magic the Gathering myself, but I think anyone in that community would rather have her there than Jeremy, this big, disgusting creature who talks about how it's not fair. And the idea that they canceled his Magic the Gathering channel, you could still make Magic the Gathering content. You just don't get to have any access to the, like the exclusive shit, which honestly is probably the best way to be, because it's like, oh, I'm not getting invites to the advanced screenings of cards. Yeah, because you can actually have an opinion when you're not getting kickbacks from the company. That's like if game companies are like sponsoring a lot of YouTubers that I watch, I'm not going to take their opinion on that, because it's like, well, you're being paid to say this. And even if they just fly you out into an event or something, you're going to have a bias towards that. So the only reason his Magic the Gathering content failed is because he failed to live up to the times. He failed to innovate, he failed to adapt, and he failed to put the work in. Now he shows up. No one can say that Jeremy doesn't show up. He shows up to work. He puts out 5 slot videos a day, but they're all low quality. But the caliber of the work is what's important, Jeremy. That's why you can't compete. That's why the only time Jeremy was ever successful was on YouTube in this SJW space, where he only succeeded because other people that were funnier than him and more critical than him, and people that actually had edgier opinions, got removed. And he was just so milquetoast that he could survive. Anyway.
Predators as judges and stuff like that in the community. And
by the way, like, okay, get the Magic the Gathering predators out of the community. I think we can all agree with that. But Jeremy himself was a predator that was removed from the Renaissance Fair. So it's like, what are you doing here, mate?
Because I got canceled.
And by the way, the judges that he, like, a lot of the judges that he was actually talking about were people that were already like out of the community. They were like ex-judges or things like that. Like they've been discovered and removed. I think maybe he exposed one person, but then he went on to just like go creep on people in real life. So what are you talking about?
That's what Magic the Gathering. I started the quartering.
Yeah.
Like, so it doesn't, it's not the end of the world if you're good at what you do.
Yeah.
You were canceled. I think, well, you might have been twice, right? You had the
I
think you were probably twice. Yeah, because you had the coof.
By the way, I want you to take special note of what Melanie says, because it's literally just haha, I love it. That's great. She never does anything. She's probably just sitting there playing Cookie Clicker or something, taking her $500 paycheck, while Jeremy just uses her to, like, I don't know, talk to himself. This has got to be the best fucking gig to, like, For all I can criticize Melanie Mac for, she's making a great financial decision. But she said that she's rich. She said she doesn't need money. So why is she taking her friend's money? They're like, that's like, I don't know, between friends, I can't take a friend's money, even if they want to help me out with a project or something or collaborate. I'm like, no, I'll just do it for free. Or just pay for my bus fare or something. Something like that.
One. Then you had your Gooner Gate. Yeah, you actually might have more cancels than me.
I think so.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, that's actually true. I think you have probably 3 or 4.
I know. I really.
By the way, this was this. I can't believe Jeremy's even bringing up Goonergate, because he's going to go on to talk about going to like strip clubs as a married man, and he's going to say like the last time I was a strip club was when I was getting married or something. It's like that's bull fucking shit. That's bull fucking shit. You don't get to be VIP. He's going to say he was a VIP at the strip club. And Melanie is her entire platform was like this Goonergate. You can't have sexy women in video games despite being the #1 Lara Croft fan. It makes no fucking sense. Danny McGee, member for 20 months, has holy crap. Can we put the volume up? Sure. Why not? I've got a good pair of headphones, so maybe sometimes I neglect other people. But thank you for the long-standing member.
You think
so? Oh no, I went down.
How's this?
I went down with you during Goonergate. Yeah, I went in.
You have my back.
I was like, all right, fine.
So even Jeremy knows this is a retarded position, the Goonergate. It was just like Jeremy, Melanie, and I think Razorfist that went in on this, which is kind of strange though for Razorfist, because wasn't he dating like a 16-year-old or something? I don't know too much about that.
Because I know that these people are my audience. So I'm like, oh, she's getting killed out there. I guess I'll just go down.
Just White Knight. At your side, milady. I'll not let the internet trolls have you, even though I don't believe in a single thing that you say.
Down with her.
Yeah.
And then, so we each get one for that.
Yeah, that's true.
But
that's true.
Yeah, but again, like, if you just stand by your beliefs, then, it's going to be okay.
I think most people, well, especially.
Now, it's not okay though, Jeremy. Like, if we go back to the germinal decline, we can actually have a look. Where is it? Let's have the last 12-month trend. It's not good, Jeremy. The germinal decline is so good. He's down 70% since June 2005. We can open the full chart and you can look at this. The details you get on germinal decline is so good. Like, this man has a buy me a coffee link. Go support this man. This guy is so good at what he does. He like breaks it down. You can see the long form view axis versus the like rate. Interesting that it's going up. I would suggest that this is probably because he's buying engagement on YouTube, which you can actually do through the YouTube promote feature. But it's all, and this is the decline, including the views that he's buying. Now, I think we can actually look at this. If we go to views, you can actually see the deficit from last year. Yeah. So it's down 71% as of last year. And it's actually quite fascinating to see how the decline is basically the same for the last 3 months. So even last year, this time, he was still declining. However, the ratio is about more or less the same. It's just a little bit, it's like accelerating here. Maybe he's running out of money for ad revenue. It looks bad, bro. This is really bad. I was trying to find out if I could exclude shorts. That's one thing that you can do on this. Oh yeah, you can go to long form only. That's fascinating. All right, let's get back to this one.
If you're an internet person, you need to get canceled at least once in your life. It'll change you, and everybody.
What are you even doing if you're not
getting canceled? Like, you need to get canceled, like, to the point to where.
And by the way, like, being canceled, people being critical of you is not being canceled. People telling you your take is retarded is not being canceled. Being canceled is when you get debanked. Being canceled is when you get your channels taken down. Being canceled is when you can't do anything in your daily life because people have removed your job, your friends, everything about this. Jeremy's the one who's canceling people. Jeremy's the one who's taking people down. Jeremy's the one taking away people's livelihoods. And then he's like, oh, people said that you were shit and you should stop attacking people and you should stop stealing. That's not being canceled. That's being held accountable. And that's what makes Jeremy's decline so satisfying to watch.
You lose a bunch of friends, like, I mean, really, really canceled.
Yeah.
Because then it'll help harden you. It'll help you be like, okay, whatever. I'm going to stand by what I believe. I'm going to, be a more outspoken person. Because otherwise, it's like, it helps get that people pleaser.
Now, Melanie's saying this. She's saying that she wants to be, you're being cancelled, you're going to be more outspoken, you're going to be stronger. She deleted all of her content that was unmonetizable so that she could get back into the partner program. So she doesn't even believe in what she's saying. When the YouTube monetization man came, she was like, you know what? I'm sorry for saying the F slur. Actually, I apologize for that.
Outed.
Pathetic.
Yeah,
Stand by your words,
Get
Mel.
rid of that to survive this game.
Yep, you do.
Both of us have been in the game longer than most. That's not a brag. That's just the truth. Like the life.
Now, I think this is true that Jeremy's been doing YouTube for, is it like 15 years, 15, 20 years? It's a long time. You think you'd have something to show for it, like a nice little nest egg. But no, he's so down bad that he has to actually sell his prized possessions.
Expectancy of people that are on like YouTube or content creators is not much.
Right.
Especially once you get...
Yeah, the average YouTuber lasts about 5 years before they kind of crash out or burn out or just decide to do something else.
Big. It's like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I would say like most people stay big for at most like a year or two, and like then they usually fade away.
It's about 5 years.
Or they have some scandal. I mean, like there were 1,000 videos that said my channel was dead that were coming out every 30 seconds a month ago, and now I'm averaging 150 to 200,000 views per video.
Liar. All right, now let's go over. So it's averaging 150,000 views per video. Let's take a look. I mean, I did show you a bit earlier, but like one day ago, 50,000 views, 28,000 views, 38,000 views, 80,000 views. This one's 100K. This one's 100K, 50, 60, 130. And these are just riding the... This is the funny thing, is that Jeremy doesn't have the ability to determine how he's actually getting these views. Now, it's possible that he's just buying them and he's pretending to be successful when he's not. However, it's kind of funny because Melanie's kind of sniffing that the money's drying up. But what's happened here is that Jeremy capitalized on a trend. It's called trend jacking in YouTube. When you find out something that's very popular and you put your spin on it, even though Jeremy puts the absolute minimum he can into any of his content, the bare minimum to get through the day. Like, if you don't know Jeremy's work process, what he does is he boots up a stream, he reads Twitter, then he cuts up those Twitter segments and posts them as 5 videos. So he works for about 2 hours a day at most. And then he claims that he's paying someone to do this. I don't think he is. I think he's just doing it as doing auto or AI slicing up and things like that. But that's for another time. But what he's done is he capitalized on a trend, which is a good thing. It's a good thing to be successful if you want to find out what the people are talking about, the zeitgeist and everything. However, he's so dumb. He attributes this success not to the public nature of the Carmelo Anthony case. He attributes it to himself in that he made his titles clickbait. He's like, well, it's because he's in huge trouble. The rape, wait a second. The rape crisis. They put a hit out on him. It got worse. He's done for. Riots have begun. New insane bombshell. Arrest them all. She's raging. Like, this is what Jeremy thinks has made his videos, like, I guess, slightly successful. I mean, he's still got 4 million views. Oh, sorry, he's only got 2 million subscribers. But he can't seem to break 100K on a good day. Like, he used to delete any video that was under 30, 40,000 videos because it looked embarrassing to him. Now that's a good fucking day for him. So he thinks it's because he's figured out the new algorithm, but it's not. It's just because it was a popularized case. And now it's come to an end. The grift is over. He has to wait for something else to talk about.
So, like, I mean, that shit, you just have to know these people never watched you anyway. And
exactly.
I met up with a Facebook Marketplace guy who drove like...
All right, now here he's going to go into his... This is a crazy fucking story.
4 hours to get here. Didn't get here till like 10 o'clock. And I was clearing out a bunch of my RC cars because I just don't have time to use them.
So, again, Melanie's adding absolutely nothing to this fucking stream. But Jeremy hurt his back like a few days ago because he was carrying furniture around. It was like he had to move 40 pieces of furniture, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? He sold all of his arcade cabinets. He sold all of his RC cars. He sold his entire NES collection, the retro game collection. He's so down bad for money. He's so panicked that the YouTube grift might just end one day because he was getting flack for taking down channels, that he's like, well, fuck, I better just sell everything and put it in the bank. This is the stupidest fucking thing you can do. Because at least with these assets that he had, I mean, the RC cars, I could see them being sold like because they cost like 1,000, 4,000. Like some of these are really fucking expensive, but they do have a shelf life because they have battery failure and things like that. But like selling your like rare retro antique collectibles things, that seems like something that would actually hold or increase in value. Whereas the US dollar is losing to inflation. Now, if you were selling all of this to put it into like an S&P 500 or a mutual fund or something, that would make sense. But he doesn't do that. He's terrified of that. He has to like, he's so brain dead that he has to put his money in the bank because if there's a big number in the bank, he feels secure, even though he's losing that every year to inflation. This is his end game. It's so fucking dumb. He's so dopamine like starved that he has to just see big number in account.
Right.
I've really embraced this. Actually, maybe even too much. Like, what there's a saying like, "Don't let your possessions possess you," kind of thing.
Yep.
And I really realized that was happening. So like, I had this big.
No, it's not. It's because he panicked about the money, and it's because his wife wants to build like a dog obstacle course in the house, which we're going to find out.
Big NES collection. I had
this is absolute cope.
RC car collection. I had a full-sized arcade, like 40 or 50 games. I went up
40 or 50. Like this motherfucker hit the jackpot. Okay, like he's pretty dumb, but he did show up. We can say he do be showing up. He made an obscene amount of money. He spent it on so much fucking slop. Then he decided that he realized that he couldn't retire. So this man has wasted millions of dollars. Now we know we're going to learn where all this money's going. It's going to strippers like Melanie Mac and also real strippers at the strip club.
And it was causing me crazy stress every day because I wasn't using it. And it was just sitting there. I mean, I had 30 RC cars. 25 of them were brand new, never ran. Some were still in the original box.
See, like this is such a self-felt. Like, holy shit. 20 to 30 toys that cost thousands of dollars each that he just never used. Because when you buy things, it feels good. You get that rush, that dopamine, that quick thrill. And he was just doing this over and over and over. He spent $10,000, $15,000 actually, on an RC track. Used it once. Dozens of cars. Used them once or never. Bought a gun. Never used it once. Never went to the range fucking once. $7,000 rifle. All of these arcade machines. All of these retro games. And he thought he was going to do it. He just likes buying them. It's just like, I was reading something today about like this Korean app where it's like a fake buying app. So it's like it gives you the rush of buying things with fake money. And it has like a little fake Amazon delivery counter guy that like goes and delivers to your house, but never actually shows up because it's all made up. This is what Jeremy needs. Unironically, it's so fucking stupid. Only the Koreans could come up with it, but Jeremy actually could use this.
Box. And it was like, dude, what are you even doing? And then it was creating all this stress for me every day.
It's not retail therapy though. It's retail overdose.
And so I was like, fuck it. I'll list it up and see if somebody buys it. Sure enough, some guy bought my entire arcade, came with like a semi-truck, bought the whole thing.
Nice.
Now I think this guy, so this is how he hurt his back, by the way. I'll let it play out for a few more seconds.
Somebody bought my whole NES collection, which was significant.
Yeah.
And I just put the money in the bank. And now I have, the money in the savings account.
He just puts it in the savings account. He doesn't even invest it. It's ridiculous.
I don't miss it at all. I wasn't connected to it at all. And now I don't feel like this little pull. Like, I have an RC track in my backyard.
This reminds me of like, wait, hold on a second.
That I spent a lot of money building. Never use it. Never use.
Yeah.
It's like $15,000 to build it. Never.
$15,000 on a fucking RC track.
Used it once. So maybe once, or some friends came over and used it once. I'm just going to bulldoze it this weekend.
He's going to bulldoze it. It's all going down. Now, the real reason he's getting rid of the RC track is because he can't play with his friend Adam Sellers anymore, the Jubal, because of being exposed as the Wisconsin cucklord or something. But this just reminds me of like the introduction to like Darkest Dungeon, where you have the ancestor narrating about his shame. Like, you remember my venerable house, opulent and imperial, standing stoically along the moor. It is an abomination, a testament to my failure, filled with singular horrors and oddities. Like, this is what Jeremy has. It's like he spent his entire life collecting and consuming and buying Funko Pops. And now every time he looks at them, he's ashamed. He can't retire. You can't eat Funko Pops, Jeremy. Now, there was a little post I saw right here. There it is. Arcade machines, original ones, go for $400 to $1,200. Jeremy was selling these machines at such a discount on Facebook Marketplace that people were driving down from like Michigan to pick them up. And they actually found the listing. This is the funniest thing. Where is it? Where is it? So somebody actually found, this is not Jeremy's posting. They bought Jeremy's arcades, and you can see here, and we know this is Jeremy's collection because it's got the SpongeBob Crane game. He is actually going to mention this, I think, in just a few seconds if we keep playing the clip. These are Jeremy's arcade machines. They're selling them for 400, 500, 550, 600, 700. So if this is true, and these arcades routinely go for for $400 to $1,200, that means that Jeremy sold them below this price. Otherwise, you wouldn't be selling an arcade machine that you drive hours to pick up for $400 if it was sold to you for $400. So he probably sold these at like 50% discount, 70% discount. He must have taken a killing on these. Now he's going to say that he made like a bunch. I guarantee you he's like $100 on a cabinet. All must go. It's the Jeremy fire sale. But if you want to buy his SpongeBob claw machine, this is the one that blew his back out, by the way. You can get it now, I guess, on the Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
Like, it's just because every time I look out the window, it's like, you're not using me. You wasted money on me. You know, all this kind of stuff.
Right.
Now, Jeremy's actually showing like a little bit of self-awareness, which is quite rare for a lolcow. But let's see if it holds out.
So I've kind of embraced this. And I think that's something that happens as you get older too. Like I noticed my parents started doing it, like their 50s. They just started getting rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you just have stuff that piles up. Rich person problems? I don't think so. That's not a rich person problem.
What do you mean? What do you mean a rich person problem? Don't we all have to sell 20 to 30 arcade machines? You have to sell your classic NES collection. You have to sell your $7,000 rifle you never bought. You have to bulldoze your $15,000 baseball dirt RC track that you bought a shipping container on. What are you talking about? Everybody deals with that.
I guess maybe it is. I still have my guitars, and I still play guitar. But like,
I gotta hear Jeremy playing the guitar. Apparently, I'm not sure if it's in this clip, but I heard a clip where he's talking about how his wife took him to the guitar shop and she helped him open a line of credit or credit card from like the music shop to buy his first bass guitar or something, which is like the funniest thing that I've ever heard. Well, the funniest thing I've heard today about Jeremy. This is like he's got his mum holding his hand out, like, can you help me, Heather? Can you help me take me to the guitar shop and open a line of credit so I can buy a guitar?
For the most part, I felt nothing. And I would walk past these bookshelves, like my NES collection.
Yes, because it's just like you're just consuming. It doesn't make you happy. Now, he's getting the temporary high of having everything gone and having the money in the bank. But like, here's the thing. Let me get real with you for a second. These are not going to make him happy. Like, having the money in the bank is not going to make him happy either. It's going to be like 1 week or 2 weeks, and then he's going to start panicking about something else. Because this man will never be happy with what he has. And that's the saddest thing of all, really.
Which... I won't give the exact number, but it was worth a good chunk of money. We'll say that.
Yeah.
And it was just, and then like, I would dust it. And I was like, what am I even doing? Like, what is this? You know, and like, I did that with Pop too. Like a lot of people, Ghostbusters.
Now, when he says Pop, he means Funko Pops. He's so ashamed of his consumerism and his beta mentality that he can't even say the Funko Pops. Because I don't know anyone that actually buys Funko Pops unironically. I've never actually seen anyone have a Funko Pop in their house. I've only ever seen Funko Pops in the background of YouTubers like in their shelves and shit. But Jeremy actually collected the Funko Pops. Now, when he was playing the Cuck Simulator, he was talking about buying like the parody ones, like the Funky Pops or whatever, as if it was a joke. But he's actually the embodiment of that character. Well, I mean, if he was a lot thinner.
Anything Ghostbusters, I got to get it. Pop figures, this, that.
Yeah.
Got rid of it all, sold it on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like, you know what? I don't miss it. And my wife was like, you don't have to, she felt guilty. She's like, why are you doing this? Like, you should keep some. I said, look, I've had the track in my backyard for 2 years and I haven't used it even once. I bought a shipping container, which was thousands of dollars to stand on top of.
So, like, he must have spent $20,000 on all of this. Like, just this one racetrack thing that he used one time. And we saw a clip of this a long time ago where he's like, if you want to come and use it, you have to go to his house and do weeding and gardening. But it's $15,000 just for the racetrack and the baseball dirt. And the only person that actually used it was his dogs that was shit on it when he took them outside. What is he going to do with the shipping container? He drilled holes in it to put like electricity and heating and stuff in it. I have never seen. It really does beg a belief. The absolute depravity, gluttony, greed, and consumerism that can only come from the quartering.
Right.
For a track I never used.
The what track? If you're unaware of this, Jeremy used to be really into RC cars. He actually has several RC cars, like the just little cars you drive around, He built a custom track, like a full-sized racetrack that was like, I guess 20, 30, 40 yards like squared, and got it built with like little ramps and little corners and everything. And then he got it paved with baseball dirt, like Japanese baseball dirt or some shit. And he used it one time. And so that he could see the tracks, he would go stand up on he bought a literal shipping container. This thing cost $15,000 to build in his backyard. He used it once and now he's bulldozing it because it's just like completely fucking pointless because he has no friends.
Like, I sold the shipping container too. Like, what am I even doing? Like, by the way, I made money on that. So shipping containers must have gone up.
I seriously doubt he made money on this. This has got to be Cope.
Or I got a good deal on that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think that's part of getting older. You just don't want all this stuff,
Right.
Like, I'm like, well, I can put some money in my 401k. Like that would be that I have more.
All right. Well, at least that's one good investment he's made. Finally. How much money, I wonder, did he put in the 401k? I guarantee that like 90% of it is sitting in his bank account rotting. Because Jeremy said he had to sell all of his stocks. He can't sell it. He doesn't have any crypto. He doesn't have any stock. He had Rumble stock, but then he was like panicking and rolling over at night, thinking about it going up and down. So he had to sell that out. So he literally owns nothing on the platform. I think he was just given free Rumble stock too. It's ridiculous.
With Laura Croft, I was like that with Ghostbusters. I would buy
Mel
the
doesn't give a
popcorn
shit.
buckets. Fucking.
Oh my God, the fucking popcorn buckets. Do Americans really? I've been seeing some of these popcorn buckets and it's the stupidest shit. Like, they've got like the Knight Rider and you take out the little dude and it's like, it fits like 3 pieces of popcorn. Do Americans really? Jeremy was talking like in an earlier episode about how he has to spend like $100 every time he goes to the theater. Is it because he's buying all of this shit? The only good popcorn bucket I've actually seen, I think the Backrooms one looked okay because it had a little mirror in it. That looked okay. It was actual fucking bucket. Did you guys actually see the? Oh, I gotta show you this one. What is it? The Thunderbolts. All right, I'll show you what I mean. The Thunderbolts popcorn. I haven't seen that movie, by the way. This was so dumb. Let me see. It's a limousine. That's the one. This is a good one. The Thunderbolts had this like limousine. So it's like a toy car, but it fits no fucking popcorn. What's the point of this? It's just covered in grease and butter, and apparently people collect them. But Jeremy has to have it. He just has to have everything. June was the best. All right. I'll say that the June popcorn bucket, I'll let that one slide. That was pretty funny because it looked like a fucking fleshlight. But that's the only good example, perhaps.
Everything. Now I kept like my 3 favorite things. I sold everything else and I don't feel any kind of way about it. And then that was really, I'm not like encouraging people to do that in chat. I'm just sharing my personal story, which of course will get spun into Jeremy's broke. He's selling all of his possessions.
He's broke. He's selling all of his possessions. It's true.
No, it's just that I was feeling stressed about this.
Yeah, about the money. Like Jeremy, I don't know. Does he have no like concept of mind or anything? Or does he just not understand that people can remember the things that he said? He said he was stressing about money. He said he couldn't afford to retire. He said that he had to start selling items, and now he's selling items, and it's because he's running out of money. He can't retire. Yes, it is because you're broke, because you wasted all your money on frivolous bullshit.
Yeah.
Stuff. You know, like I have all these 3D printers. I've used them once in a year. You know,
Well,
like
yeah, and the problem is with
Now, does anyone know why he bought the 3D printers? I've seen that he had like 4 or 5 3D printers, but why? Does he just? I guarantee you, it's just he's drunk and thinks it's a great idea to buy it.
that when collecting can get out of hand is that like you keep growing your collection and it's never actually, then you're never satisfied. Like,
yeah.
so now I got to get this next thing. Now
Well,
I
apparently,
gotta
it's because he deleted the videos. Of course, it doesn't exist. You can't prove it. There was never any monorail here. It never existed.
get this, or now, oh look, now something from the movie just is
Oh, I can see that.
shooting
That
it
makes sense.
for an insane price.
And to be fair, like someone said about Arrested Development in chat, like there is a little aspect of that.
Yeah.
Like,
So he's just admitting that he's a child. By the way, I'll be making some Arrested Development memes as we go through this. The show, not the actual state of mind.
when I grew up, you know, my parents worked very hard and, you know, and
Yeah, they had 7 properties that were landlords. He wanted for nothing. And then he tried to pretend that he grew up poor or some shit.
I never went without, but like we rented Nintendo games. I never owned them. So as I got older, I was like, I'm going to get all 714. Like I'm going to get the whole collection, right? I'm going to play them and all. I'm going to put them in these shiny boxes.
Yeah.
Never once.
Yeah.
Never played a single game.
He's a fake
Collected all
gamer.
the consoles because, you know, I couldn't have them as a kid. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to get.
So it's kind of exposing what he's doing. Is he's trying to buy his childhood. He's like, oh, if I finally did it. I can play Nintendo. Never fucking plays it. It's so funny to see everything turn to ash in his mouth because he's never going to be happy with anything.
Super Nintendo in the box. I'm going to get a Genesis, a Master System. I had all that shit. Some guy from Michigan drove down.
You're not supposed to play that. I mean, that's to be fair. Like, you don't have to. Like, I know that if you have like an NES connection, like a lot of people just like put them on display or anything. But like, if you want to play like the retro games, you can do it. Yeah, it's bad for the collector's value, but like, surely if you're just enjoying them, it wouldn't matter. I used to watch a guy. This is what's funny is like, I used to watch a guy who was a total piece of shit. He used to be a good content creator, but he's like sold his audience out. But when he was in the process of selling out and betraying his audience, he would do these like vlogs. We would go around in like Nova Scotia, and he would drive around buying like old Nintendo games. Like he was doing an NES collection, and it was actually fascinating stuff. He would do like the garage sale hunting, and he was got a really good collection. And every so often I check in with this guy, and he's still a piece of shit, but he's doing really well for himself. So it's like there's no justice. Like this man. Before YouTube grifting, this man was like a server at Olive Garden making $2 an hour on tips. And now he's like got his like 7 properties, $80,000 Mercedes. He's got it all. He just fucking got away with it. So it really does remind me of Jeremy though, except Jeremy makes all the wrong decisions with his wealth. This guy was a piece of shit, but he used his money and leveraged it into an actual business that was not YouTube. Jeremy, on the other hand, did the exact opposite. So it's the parallels are kind of interesting to me.
Bought it all. And I'm like, I'm happy. Like I basically sold it for like half of what it was worth.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah,
like,
this is why people would drive down 5 hours from like Michigan or something, because you're a mark. This is like something that people dream, like collectors dream about this, that some guy just gets mad and sells his grandmother's collection or like his grandkids' collection. You got to imagine this guy was laughing all the way at the back. Like he's pulling out of Jeremy's house and he's just like, I got everything. I don't know if this was a complete collection, but holy shit if it was.
Like let it have a new life. Let somebody else enjoy it. It just became like this.
No, he's just gonna sell it. He's just gonna sell it to the actually what it's worth, because you're too lazy to get the actual proper value.
Burden on me.
Yep.
To see
He had a complete one.
stuff.
I mean, if it was a complete one, that's pretty fucking expensive.
all the time. And
Yeah.
now I have more room and more money, and I'll probably get addicted to buying something else or collecting something else. But
So there it is. There it is. He's just going to keep the money in the bank, and then he's going to spend it on some other shit, and then wait a few years and then get mad at that because it's a monument to his failure again. And then he's going to sell it again at half price. He's going to keep halving and halving and halving his money. Like, I can understand getting rid of the RC cars, but like, you'd think you'd keep the NES collection because that actually will probably go up in value. But they don't like make that shit anymore, right? I mean, I guess there's reprints and ROMs and stuff like that. But that only stands to grow in value, in my opinion.
right now, at 43, I'm more about just kind of, just kind of saving up for retirement.
Yeah.
Because it's YouTube.
So he can't
thing.
afford to like how is it possible that he made millions and millions of dollars and he can't afford to retire? Like, I know some people want to keep working even after retirement because they just love what they do. But this man, I remember very, very clearly when he was arguing with Coach Red Pill, God rest his soul, if you know that story. But Coach Red Pill and him were literally having a slap fight about who had the most millions. At one point, Jeremy said he had $2, $3, or $4 million, and he can't afford to retire. And this was like a decade ago. This is like back when, when Coach was alive at one point. We got Rafael Salvador with 125 pesos. Says, I don't know which is more disgusting about Jeremy. The fact he's an unrepentant scam artist, or he does it to spend it so mindlessly on consumer childish stuff. It is quite embarrassing, right? You got to wonder how he like Mr. Magoody's way into his fortune.
The last like cancel thing was like a real thing where I'm like, oh shit, like I don't have enough money in the bank to like retire right now. I should probably.
Yeah, because he was living like paycheck to paycheck. He's spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on YouTube ads, on women of the night like Melanie Mack and strippers as well. I guess I could have just said strippers. He's spending all of his money. He had to look at his finances and he realized that if the Kino Casino could have delivered the kill shot, and in many ways they have, Jeremy's just bleeding out at this point. And just keeping his YouTube views afloat with fake views from YouTube Promote, which we know because he's admitted it and we've calculated it. In some ways, it's $30,000 to $60,000 a month. I'm not even joking. This is how much money he's burning through. He had a look and he said, "Oh shit! If my YouTube channel was removed, if my YouTube channel actually was successfully reported, like he did to other people's channels, he could not afford to retire, and he could never do a job to pay off his mortgage because it's like something in the realm of like $10,000 a month because he had to refinance everything. It's ridiculous." We got Patrick. With a 5 saying, I bet the guy who bought his arcade machines is going to open an arcade bar. Well, we already know. We actually already know that the guy that bought his arcade games is already selling them on Facebook Marketplace. So he literally just went to Jeremy's house, picked them up, and resold them. And since we know that they're selling these at a minimum of $400, Jeremy must have set these at like $200 or $100 a pop. Because you're not going to someone's house and buying 30 arcade cabinets if they're like $380. These would have to be $100 or $200 each. You can see, like, this is, I'm not even joking. This is Jeremy's SpongeBob claw machine right here. You can buy it now and put it in your living room and I guess pat him on the back for breaking his back or something.
Just do that. But I was so blessed that I had this.
Can we get some hashtag blessed in the chat? Can we get some bees in the chat? Can we get some loiks? Don't make me ask again.
Off that carried a lot of value still.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
I got more money for my arcade than I paid for it.
I'm press X to down. I don't believe him. Jeremy has never told a true story in his whole life. There's no way. Now, I guess it's like the Costanza situation where it's not a lie if you believe it. So maybe Jeremy actually does believe this. But there's no way. If he's owned these for like a decade, there's inflation. First of all, we just know he's not. We know he didn't sell them for $400 because that's what the other guy's selling them for now. It's just like he lives in this own fantasy reality where he just keeps on winning. As we can see, he's down 70% as of last year, the same time.
NES collection, I did very good on. And like,
I do believe he probably made a lot of money on the NES collection. However, not what it's worth. So again, he's just a mark. He's just giving money away to people because he can't be bothered spending the effort to actually sell things properly.
And I lucked out. So if you want to collect small stuff, boys. Like if you collect big stuff, like I collected arcade games, I had to build a whole outbuilding for my arcade games. Remember what he said? Remember when this man said rich person problems? I don't think so. He built an entire house, outhouse or secondary house or like addition to his house, whatever. He built an entire dragon horde room to keep his arcade machines. That was heated. Complete big stuff. Like I collected arcade games. I had to build a whole outbuilding for my arcade games.
Are you feeling sorry for him yet? Guys, you don't know what it's like. I had to build a whole side house for all of my slop arcade machines.
Always completely empty. And my wife is turning it into an indoor agility course for the dogs.
And there's the real reason he had to get rid of all of his shit. It's because his wife wants to train the dogs because Jeremy, she's already given up on training Jeremy. She knows that this motherfucker's not going to lose any weight. So at least the dogs can get a personalized gym. He could own his, like, he could have the entire perfect, like, gym all to himself and get fit in like a few weeks. Well, you know, like 6 months or whatever. An indoor what? So in his secondary side house that he was storing 40 arcade cabinets that he built indoor heating and display lights and everything for, it's now being torn down to be built into a indoor dog agility course. It's the bull training ring, perhaps.
So, like,
Nice.
you know, so that they can have a place during the winter time to work on agility where it's not cold, because it's a heated building too, of course. So,
Of course,
you know,
naturally, my side arcade addition to the house was heated, so the dog should enjoy the heated agility indoor course. What do you mean, rich person problems, plebeian chatters? And the thing is, the people that watch Jeremy are people that are down on their luck. There's no rich people. Well, there's a couple of rich Jews watching Jeremy because they paid for him to go to Amfest. I'm not disparaging them. I'm just saying that there were literally rich Jewish people that paid for Jeremy to go to Amfest. Two people paid like $5,000 to $7,000 each. This is just how it is. Okay. But the majority of Jeremy's chat are like broke ass, unemployed retirees that are just like actually believe that they're changing the state of the politics by watching the quartering and hitting like and commenting on his Rumble videos. Because that's what they say. Like when you go into the Rumble section and look at their cope, they're just talking about how the woke leftists are attacking Jeremy. He a good boy.
if I could have had the money back from that outbuilding sitting in the stock market right now, I'd probably be finally, you know.
There you go. I mean, there you go. He said what's very true. This is astounding. If he had put the money that he wasted on their side house into the stock market instead of just buying his arcade machines, he'd be perfectly fine now and he could retire. But he's not going to do that because he's afraid, because it gives him the anxiety.
Be feeling good. I think it's just part of getting older too. Like,
Yeah.
No, it's a part of looking at your actual finances and saying, oh shit, if the reports on my channel, if what I did to other people happened to me, I'd be dead broke.
you just don't like.
Well, you just realize, like, you don't get as much joy out of just stuff. It's like you
That's
care
exactly
more
it.
about the important things, family,
Yep.
your loved ones, your spouse.
Is Mel just his therapist? Like, she's being paid $500 a show to be there and just say yes. Oh my God, that's so funny. Haha. So she has to agree with him. She never pushes back on anything he says. Even when they are talking, like, I'm not even joking. Look back at the last Jeremy stream we did. Jeremy was talking about raising Down syndrome children and putting them in a zoo to make money until they're 18 years old. I'm not joking about this. This is real. And Melanie didn't even push back on that. She's like, yeah, let's just throw all of the Down syndrome people into the zoo. Why not? We build a rat. They love it. Or circus. Yeah, that's actually true. They did say or circus. I'm not joking. This is real. This is real shit. Check out. I think Alyssa Clips has a clip of it. Jeremy on Downs people. It's a fucking wild clip.
And just enjoying time with people who matter. Like, that's really what's important.
I mean, by the way, both of these are 40-year-old childless people. Well, to be fair, Mel's only 39. Okay, but she's what is it? She's 5 months away from being 40. And they're both talking about the important thing is spending time with family. They're both childless.
Yeah, I think that they did that. You know, with the money I got from selling that stuff, I could go to Japan. You know, and
Right.
visit.
No, he can't. Jeremy's not allowed in Japan. If Jeremy lands in Narita Airport, I'm going to be there pushing him out. Okay, Japan is off limits to Jeremy the Quartering. Now, it's actually very cheap to come to Japan right now. You could get a trip to Japan for about $2,000 for 2 weeks. Flights, you'd have to find flights, I guess. You can sometimes do it included if you're from certain parts of America, but it's not expensive to come to Japan. So, like, this is what's crazy to me, because like he's like, I could go to Japan. I mean, so you're talking about you made $3,000-$4,000? Oh, you'll be able to retire on that. And the reason he's talking about Japan, like, it seems like a weird thing to say. Like, does he love Japan? Is he a weeaboo? Does he love Akira or something? Does he want to go eat some sushi? Does he dream of having omakase with Jiro? No, it's because Nerdrotic and Friday Night Tights went to Japan recently, and they seem to have a pretty fun little like fan meetup, and there's like 70 people I think there. It was a big group, like having the time of their fucking lives. Jeremy saw that and he's like, oh man, I wish I was invited. Exactly. How's it going, Sean, the sandwich man himself, who's I believe has relocated to Florida? I will tell the Japanese police to arrest him. That's true. I will call the keisatsu on him.
Do something that is, you know, far cooler than stuff that actually becomes a task that I have to edit and, you know, I had to manage my collection on.
What do you mean manage your collection? You don't have to do this shit. You can just put it in a display case, and then you don't even have to worry about dusting it because it's in a case.
There's a website where you manage all your video games. How to manage that? It's like a stock market.
Yeah.
And
what is he talking about? You just upload it once. First of all, you only put it up onto this if you like, I guess if it's like a collector's list, you can like going through and checking out if you got everything. But if you have a complete collection, you don't have to go and flex on the websites. Okay. You can just enjoy it. You know?
I was just like, you know what, dude? Like, I don't need that. And then, like I said, my wife was like, you don't have to do this. Like, we're fine. And I'm like, I know. It's just, and then you get like in the mode where I'm like already dealing with 10 Facebook weirdos showing up every day. I might as well list all this other stuff.
Right.
And people buy it.
So he's selling everything. 10 people a day are coming to his house and robbing the last treasures of Chernobyl. That's what's happened. Like 10 plus weirdos showing up. Like, and by the way, like, I'm pretty sure the people showing up here are much more normal than Jeremy, because he's the one selling things at crazy Jeremy's low price, like fire sale. Everything must go 50% off, 70% off. I must be insane. I must be a lunatic to throw away all this. I must be a diaper wearing retard to sell this NES collection for less than a price of a trip to Japan. What are you talking about? Manny Canton with a 2,000 kick says, I got to run. Jera's fucked and cooked. He's not lasting another month. Preach Insider from Two Nations. Thank you very much for those kicks. Big support over on Kick today. We got over 100 people watch. Well, actually, just under 100 people. 99 people watching on Kick. Let's see those bees on Kick. We got almost 650 people on YouTube. Hit that like button. The last time I'll ask for it tonight. What did we say?
Hit like if you like the show. If you don't like the show, don't hit like or hit thumbs down. Be like, this guy sucks. I don't mind. But if you do like the show, hit that like button. It really does. I got to remind YouTube that I'm here. They are not distributing things out.
Look at all those fucking bees. The bee economy is in effect. You got to love it. If you're actually unironically on Kick and you just post a bee, well, it could be anything. Chat interactivity pays you a bit more, so much appreciated over on Kick and the Bee Boys.
I didn't think people would buy stuff. People buy it.
Oh, yeah.
Of course people buy things when you're selling them for low prices. Within 24 hours of these things being sold, they're already relisted, and they've probably made a cool 50% profit margin on your dumbass. Of course, we know this. It's not like a fantasy. It's not like the A-logs talking about it on Kiwi. It's just a fact.
I sold an old vacuum for $200.
He's vacuumless. What do you even say about this? He's so down bad for cash that he's selling a vacuum for $200. And then he's going to turn around and say, no, I'm not broke. People are making things up. What do you mean you're selling a vacuum? Like, you need a vacuum cleaner, Jeremy. Can we be friends? Yes, we can be friends.
Like, someone came and bought it, and they were happy to. I was talking to my wife about that. I'm like, we used to live in a 1,200 square foot house, and it was
now Jeremy lives there. Like he's got like his own property. It's like away from society. I think it's like a 30-minute drive out of the town or something. So people are going a long way. It's not like they're going around the corner to pick this up. If anyone's going to Jeremy's house to pick up stuff, it's because they're getting the mother of a deal.
More than we needed.
Yeah.
It had like a kind of a ghetto finished basement, like it was carpet and paneled walls, but like we had like a pool table down there. The full band would practice down there, and like I had my computer down there for gaming. And
so this is the basement that he pissed in, by the way, when he was playing Fallout, and his wife went out for pizza without him. God damn, I wish I could have a pizza right now. I love pizza. I haven't had one in weeks. But he actually got so drunk down there, he pissed in the fucking drain. And when I say drain, it's not like a shower drain, or it's not like a sink drain. It was just like a hole in the wall. or well, floor. He pissed in that basement. It's smelly down there. It's his unironic dungeon. It's his gnome lair.
We had like 2 small bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom.
Right.
Didn't have a master bath, just had a bath in the hallway.
Wait, what? This is wild to hear. Like, this is why Jeremy's so broke, by the way, and why he needs money, because he built this house at the height of COVID, and he paid extreme prices for everything, and that's why his mortgage is $10,000 a month, and that's why he can't quit. That's why he can't just ignore the haters and go offline, because he needs to be there every single day because he's so close to bankruptcy. He needs to have this cash ready and willing to go just in case.
I had my computer down there for gaming, and we had like 2 small bedrooms upstairs and a bathroom.
Right.
Didn't have a master bath, just had a bath in the hallway. It was all we ever needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got,
Our house
I'm pretty sure he's got like 5 to 7 bathrooms. It's pretty crazy.
is 8,000 square feet, and
Wow.
there's 7 empty rooms. Abe says becoming a father.
He has 7 empty rooms because he's friendless. At one point, he dreamed about turning this into like the compound with like, like Tim Pool has like the compound with a skate park and everything, and all his friends. But nobody wants to come to Wisconsin. Melanie can barely get up for his morning stream. She refused. She only shows up for the afternoon. She's not getting up at 6 a.m. for this man. Do you think that people are going to come out to your house in Wisconsin and live in the piss bunker? Not going to happen, mate.
I mean, that all this stuff is unnecessary and overall junk. Thankful for that mindset. It really is liberating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I will still have stuff and I will still take joy in it, but
Does he sound like he's a man filled with joy? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it? This is what's so funny about Jeremy. Even though he has fallen ass backwards into money his entire life, and now he's just starting to feel some actual consequences for his actions, it's still none of it made him happy. None of it will ever make him happy. And that's the greatest gift to all of us.
definitely have a different mindset on like,
For sure.
collecting.
Yeah.
That's so much space to keep clean. Yeah, dude, we have a cleaning lady, and my wife is cleaning all the time too. I think that's why the reason we're
Now, the cleaning lady may be the bull's wife. We're not sure. But again, it's just another expense. Like, you don't need to clean every room in your big mansion every day. Like, if you've got like a spare room, clean it like once every couple of weeks. If nobody's going in there, it's not going to get dirty. Rob Law gifted 3 subs over on Kick. Much appreciated.
talk about that. I was like, I wanted to downsize.
Yeah.
I was like, this house is too fucking big. It's too
For
much.
sure.
It's like, we got to have someone, I got to pay somebody to clean it every week. Plus she's cleaning every day. And it's just like,
She's cleaning every day? Why? Like, I mean, sure, if it's like the dishes or something, but like, if you've got like 7 rooms, just clean 1 room a day or something. That'd be fine. It's that easy. It's literally that fucking easy.
I just want to go back to like a 2,000 square foot place,
No,
ranch,
I feel that.
Now, we know this because Jeremy talked in his Renaissance Fair stream about how he wants to get rid of his wife, his dogs, and just live as a solo bachelor in like a 2-bedroom studio apartment or some shit. Because that's all he really wants. But that's just cope. He's just dreaming about the grass on the other side, obviously. Chairman Mao with 25 Hong Kongians says, Jer is telling us the layout of his house. This will help me plan my future robbery of his Funko Pop collection. Thanks. Oops, did I say that? Well, he's got no Funko Pops now. It's barren. It's an empty cavernous cave, right? As you go in there, it's just going to echo. There's nothing there. Unfortunate for Jeremy.
I think the biggest house I had was like 2,800 square feet, and I was like, "This is too big. I don't like."
That's
I
pretty
didn't.
big, though.
It was overwhelming. Like I didn't like. I didn't. There was just empty rooms. I didn't even use. I didn't like it.
And it also prevents you from grabbing, from having too much stuff too. Like,
Sure. Yeah.
there's that downside from
This is actual sour grapes, right? I don't want those grapes anyway. Those extra room, those extra rooms, they stop you from buying shit. It's like those extra rooms would be smelly anyway. They'd be sour anyway. Like, who complains about extra rooms? Now, of course, if you're paying rent, it makes a difference. But like, if you own the house and you're not retarded and don't have like this crazy mortgage, like, oh no, the extra rooms, save me from the extra rooms. I don't know what I could do with these extra rooms. Like, there's so much shit he could have done, and he wasted it all. He could have 3D printed anything he fucking wanted in all those extra rooms. Like, he could have made every room could have a different theme. It could be like the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory or some shit in there. But now it's just cavernous. He goes in there, hello, hello, hello.
3K square foot to 1,500 square foot in the country, single level home, paid cash, put 60K into modernizing it. Yeah, like I'm at that point. Like I think I'm at that point, like where my parents, you know, when you get older, like you don't want a 2-story house anymore when you get older because you got to go up and down the stairs.
By the way, like you should probably keep the stairs. Going up and down the stairs is good for you. Like Jeremy's going to be melting into his furniture like the color out of space. He's just going to live on a flat plane. You got to put the fridge next to the couch so he doesn't have to get up. But here's the thing. Getting up, walking around is very good for you. Stairs are very good for you. Now, until you're at the point where you're actually in a wheelchair, you should probably keep the stairs.
I mean, I'm not there yet, but like I'm at that mindset where it's like,
okay, staircase, fuck this. Now, I kid you not, Jeremy used to have like one of those Apple Watches or Fitbits or whatever, you know, where it like shows you your pedometer. He got rid of it because it was making fun of him. He was doing days where he wouldn't make 300 steps. 300 steps is approximately 5 minutes of walking. So there were days where Jeremy, in his massive cavernous house, would not walk for 5 minutes. This is the mindset of this guy. It doesn't even make sense. He's sedentary. Exactly. Like a normal person cannot comprehend the extravagant wastefulness of Jeremy and how much he's thrown away all of these things. Now, he could have filled this house with the pitter and patter of little feet, except he's shrimpless. Because when he was using his search bar, he exposed himself as searching for fertility treatments. And that's why he's 44 and childless. Because his boys don't swim. Maybe if he wasn't maybe he'd looked after himself, maybe they would have worked. A lot of men, now you probably shouldn't have kids when you're 50 or 50 plus or whatever. However, a lot of men have children in their 40s. If they keep themselves healthy. It's too much work. It's too much work. But I mean, it's for the best, right? Because Jeremy would have, I mean, we know from Jeremy's own words that if they had Down syndrome, he would have put them in a zoo or a circus.
This woman comes and cleans the house all day. It takes her like 10 hours. Plus my wife's cleaning every day.
Yeah.
And I mean,
how does this make sense? How are they spending 10 hours a day cleaning a mansion like this if nobody's using the rooms? Like, okay, you clean the kitchen, you clean the bathroom, that's it. You clean the living room, that's it. It should not take 10 hours. Like, is she like, okay, this makes sense to me now. Jeremy's being ripped off again. This lady's walking around the house and going into the spare bedrooms and getting stoned and then charging Jeremy for 10 hours of work. Like, even a big house, 30 minutes a room max. Like, come on now. Dogs? I mean, that's fair, but like, even so, the dogs probably have one. Like, he's just letting the dogs go into every different room. The dogs maybe have one room, right? I'm sorry. Cleaning the house does not take a long time. You vacuum, you dust, you do the dishes. It's not that hard. Like the bathroom, maybe, but that's like a couple. You don't have to do that every day. He's just getting ripped off again.
Am I paying this woman to clean 3 bathrooms that I have never used since I moved in?
It's a cleaning lady. It's a cleaning lady W. She's like actually getting away like a madman.
Bathrooms in this house I have never used.
Yep.
And it's like, sell this house.
I mean, all right, this does actually explain it if the dogs are shitting everywhere, but that's bad training though. But that makes sense though for Jeremy. I can see that.
House, moving to, put a bunch of money in the bank, downsize.
Yep.
Like, I'm really trying to grind her down.
What's up? Like that really.
Nobody's going to buy Jeremy's house. That's the funniest thing about this is he wants to downsize. Nobody's going to buy his house because he lives out in the middle of nowhere. If you live out in the middle of nowhere, and I think Don Flergany actually mentioned this. If you live in the middle of nowhere, you buy a piece of land and build it to your specifications. Nobody wants Jeremy's specifications. That's why he has to try and bulldoze all this shit that he has in the backyard so he can actually make it look good to try and sell it. Because he can't afford the upkeep. Because $10,000 a month is crazy. And we know that he's making somewhere in the realm of $3,000 a month on YouTube, which is not enough.
Really is what's up. I think having like a bunch of extravagance or like things that too many luxuries is just overwhelming. There's something really nice about.
Yeah, it's like there's no reason to buy it. Overpriced, oversized, shit location. Like if it was in like a good location, sure, but like he had to flex. This is the thing. He had to own the haters. He had to have the 7-foot tall saltwater aquarium. I'm not even joking. This is all real. Okay, all of these extravagances to try and flex online. Maybe he thought it would finally get him laid. but he still has to pay to go to the strip club and bring Melanie Mac on his show.
About simplifying life and optimizing it. I think optimizing it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
hey,
definitely want to put. I need to keep a pool because the dogs like that.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
By the way, so he lives in Wisconsin. It's going to be snowing most of the year, right? It's going to be too fucking cold for the pool. So he's got, I guess the dogs are jumping in the pool, putting their fur in the filters. So I guess you got to pay for the pool boy. Although I guess the pool guy's coming over quite often, eh, Jeremy?
It's like it's still good to have. Okay, there's some things, but like optimizing things, definitely, yeah, it's nice, and then it gives you a lot more freedom financially and stuff too. So
yeah,
because that's the thing is once we own too much stuff, that stuff owns us. So
yes, right. That's how I was feeling.
Yeah,
like I literally, I've been open about that. I have anxiety problems, and like, just like, let's say I wake up on an average day, it's like I have 50. I'm at 50 out of 100 for anxiety.
Right.
But like getting rid of that stuff now lowered my level to like 45.
Oh, I get
it. So he sells everything. Everything must fucking go. 5% decrease in anxiety. Wow. Like, just buy alcohol. Like, just buy more alcohol. Like, honestly, like at this point, like a 10% drop in anxiety, it's going to be back up at 55 next week because he's going to be looking at how much money he lost and now he has nothing and how the house echoes and how he has nothing to show for his 20 years of YouTube slavery, like working over the YouTube mines, digging for gold, stealing people's content. What do you mean a 5% reduction? No, it's not even a 5% reduction, right? It'd be a, it's a 5-point reduction. It's like a 10% reduction of his base level, but 5% overall of total anxiety levels, as if such a fucking thing exists. Holy shit, what a waste of time. Jeremy, what are you doing?
Because
I'm not like walking past the NES stuff that's just getting worth less money every day.
Right.
I'm not.
I guarantee you had all of those NES things plugged in and making the flashing lights. Like if you've ever taken your Stop Hating Tommy C pills and actually seen Tommy C on a stream, he looks like he's in a fucking arcade. I guarantee you Jeremy had those things on all day, all night, because if he walks through the corridor, he has to be able to see them. So he's probably wasted hundreds of dollars of power every month on that shit too. So funny. And he's like, no, I actually made a profit on this shit. Oh, I actually made actually pretty good investment, really.
Going out to my outbuilding and seeing the arcade games with fucking spider webs on them, which there were. Like my RC cars, spider webs on them, a 1/4 inch of dust on them. It's like, just keep.
Come on, the 1/4 inch of dust? No, Jeremy, come on now.
Get rid of it, and like, I'm not saying like again, I'm not judging people who like to collect.
Right.
I like to collect too, but I just.
By the way, there's a fun detail here in that, like his background, you can see like his little shelf space is getting more skint. There used to be a whole lots of garbage up there, but now it's getting less and less and less, as everything must go.
It got out of control. We'll say that.
Yeah.
It just got out of control. This stuff doesn't matter.
That's why he's spent the last 15 minutes talking about it.
Quite frankly, it's cool to have some things, but now Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of utils of satisfaction out of my NES stuff and my RC cars, and then it was done.
No, he didn't, though. Like, this is the complete opposite of what you're talking about. You said you used the RC track one time. You spent $15,000 on dirt and, I don't know, $4,000 to $7,000 on a shipping container. And it's like, well, I mean, I got my joy out of it one time. No, you didn't. And I think he spends the rest of this clip talking about how he didn't actually do that.
Yeah, and even with like gaming stuff, I thought to myself, like, do I have to buy the collector's edition of every new game I get?
I also stopped doing that too.
Yeah, it's like, do I need the statue, the little figurine? Do I ever actually cherish those things? Like, mostly not. So it's like I quit buying collector's editions of things. Like, and
these two are perhaps the biggest Mark consumers I've ever heard of. It's like, did you guys know you don't have to buy the collector's edition? Did you know there's actually just a digital download edition? Wait, what? You can emulate shit? What?
The Final Fantasy.
Hey, Luther, the writer in the chat, says, I'll believe it when I see it. Jeremy has claimed to sell stuff off and then found out it was a lie. Well, we know he sold off at least some of the things because they were available on Facebook Marketplace. How's it going, Luther? I think you got a new video today we might be checking out later in the stream. good, if you want to see some fantastic investigation into coffee grifts, rumble grifts, and lolcows in general, check out Luther the Writer on YouTube and also his book, Lolcows, on Amazon and Audible.
One was the last collector's edition I bought because it came with like a big statue. And then a year later, it was still in the box.
Right,
I was like, see, dude, you just wasted $100 for something that you didn't.
Yes. Now, I love collector's editions. When I was a kid, getting the collector's edition of Tiberian Sun, Command and Conquer, World of Warcraft, getting the art book, I love that shit. When I moved from New Zealand, unfortunately, I had to get rid of all of my concept art books. I got a couple of them left, but they're just so heavy to carry around, you know, when you're traveling and stuff. So it's very sad that I don't have those anymore. Maybe I'll try and get them again. But it's, hold on. That reminds me of one thing. Let me see if I can find this. There's one collector's edition that I've always wanted. I've always missed out on. Let me see. Let me see if I can, this is really funny. This is really funny. So there's a game that I like. It's called Cthulhu Death May Die. It's a really fun little board game. It's very difficult. And there was a collector's edition. And it came with a full-sized Cthulhu playboard / thing. It's I can't find the picture. I got to find the picture. The right one. I mean, I found the picture, but like, let me see if I can find this for you. All right, here it is. I found it. So I'm so mad that I didn't get the collector's edition of this, and it's always going to haunt me. But there's basically like this set you can get, and it comes with a full-sized Cthulhu walking around the ruins of Rayleigh, and this is like a big fucking picture. Sorry, this is the tangent part of the stream. All right, so this is how big it is compared to a child. So if you bought the collector's edition for $200, you would get this entire Cthulhu statue that is also the playboard. So you actually play on this as you go through the game. And I've always thought this is the funniest picture, because you can see here it's like next to a baby, and it's like if you actually cut this picture down the middle, you're actually looking at which way your life is going to diverge. So you can either choose to have the family, or you can choose to have the collector's edition Cthulhu Death May Die board game. And unfortunately, I never got this. So I'm very mad about that. I do have the miniature set. I have the base set. Although I don't have the Dagon expansion set, which is very frustrating to me, because it's very difficult to find this in Japan. But there you go. This is a fun little segue. All right, let's get back into the Jeremy stuff. It's cute. Yeah, it's very adorable.
Any kind of way about it.
Yeah.
You don't cherish it. All I do is crack the box, pull out the game, put the game in my PS5.
Yeah.
And I sold the statue.
PS5 has no games though, so how's he doing this?
Eventually. Either way, I have been to strip clubs that do have.
All right, here we go. This is the strip club segment. This is going to be wild. Now, if you recall, Melanie Mack was cancelled earlier in this video because of her support for her starting Goonagate. Now, Goonagate was the idea that you couldn't have Korean sexy women in video games because it's immoral, because she's a good Christian lady. So you'd think that she's going to put up a big defense, or I guess not defense, but a big criticism of Jeremy's predilection for spending money on strip clubs to the point where he's a VIP. But I mean, she is kind of no better. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as we go through. By the way, it's so fucking humid. Where's my air conditioner's dehumidifier?
It is a real thing. I don't know if it's a Wisconsin thing, but like,
right. First of all, the strip club buffet. Now, Jeremy's going to pretend that he doesn't eat at the strip club buffet. I don't believe him for a fucking second. You know he was getting all you can eat at the strip club buffet.
I haven't been to a strip club in many years.
I don't believe this either. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Lauren Southern saying that they were going to strip clubs or some shit after Amfest.
Right.
But like, I went I'd been to them before.
You just got Stellar Blade for your birthday? I've never played it. Is it any good? People told me it's actually pretty good. Like, it's actually a lot of fun. I'm just not into Korean games because Korean games are almost always awful. I do have it on my Steam wishlist though, because if I can get it for discount, I might play it.
But I went to one for my bachelor party, and like people were eating.
But now Jeremy got married like right out of high school, right? So this story is just a straight up lie. I mean, I don't doubt that he went to a strip club for his like the night before he got married. But Jeremy's claimed that he is a VIP at these. How do you get the money to be a VIP at a strip club when you're 18 or 20 years old and broke? It doesn't make sense. So this is a straight up lie. The only time he can afford to go to these strip clubs, and he's going to tell us his all of his like inside knowledge about the strip clubs, and they're actually just hookers and everything, which is true. I'd imagine. You just know that he was a big roller mark while he was married. Now you'd think that Melanie would be upset about this, but she seems to just not give a shit because she's just like phoning it in. I mean, she's getting $500 to sit there and say, yeah, let's go. I'm Tiger.
I'm like, what is this? This is like the grossest place you could possibly be, and you're eating the food.
This reminds me that I mentioned I was going to talk about Arrested Development. There's a really funny Arrested Development clip where Job opens a competing banana stand and they get strippers to try and drive the other banana stand out of business. And he's like, don't worry, these ladies haven't been anywhere near the bananas. I wonder if that's what people are saying in the strip club. Don't worry, the ladies have been nowhere near the buffet table.
Like, what the fuck is happening? I walk in, I was like, why does it smell like food in here? And what was even more crazy, it was a breakfast buffet. So it was like scrambled eggs and like.
Why is Jeremy in a strip club at breakfast time? Like, is it the breakfast buffet was being served at night? Is it bacon and eggs? Is it sausages? What is it? Or is Jeremy literally at the strip club at like 9 a.m. in the morning every fucking day?
All this stuff.
Oh my gosh. Do you think Jeremy walked in, sniffed it? He's like, do the legs come over easy? Do you think he said that?
Like, what the fuck like is going on? Wait, strip club is for the working. It is for the working bro. Yeah. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how people eat them. You're
gonna get a tuna melt. I don't know about that.
Okay. I don't think not wanting to eat food in a strip club makes you gay. I'm fine with you.
Jeremy's like, no, I brought my own. Mel hasn't and stuff. Yes, she does. How's it going, Christine? I haven't seen you in a while.
Being in the strip club, that's fine.
I'm not fine with it.
I knew you were going to say that.
Read your Bibles.
Yeah, read your Bible instead. But like, I can't deny, I can't deny that I had like a VIP card at one of them. Or
how do you get a VIP at a strip club as a broke 20-year-old Jeremy? I'm pretty sure Jeremy, like maybe Luther could confirm. Didn't Jeremy get married at like 18, 20 years old, like right out of high school? He didn't have time to play around, like play the field and go to strip clubs when he was a rich YouTuber or some shit. So to get the VIP card, he must have been cheating on his wife at these places. That's the only conclusion we can come to.
But like that was before.
I don't
Melanie
understand that. I'm trying to think, even like from a secular standpoint, though, I don't understand the concept. It's like, hey, bro,
you go in there and there's a bunch of titties.
Let's hang.
Of course, Melanie wouldn't understand this because she's never seen any.
Hang out and get boners, like
especially not in the mirror.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think it's kind of weird to go to a strip club. I mean, I've never been to one. It seems a bit desperate to me. But I was kind of one of those guys that wouldn't pay women for anything. Like, you want a Coke? Fuck you. Go buy your own Coke.
I mean, that is kind of all of it. That is kind of the.
Like, do Americans really go to strip clubs just all the time? Is it just like a really common thing? Like, I was watching The Sopranos, like season 1 or whatever. And they're just like always hanging out at the strip club. And there's a bunch of titties in the background. Do Americans just like, hey bro, let's hit up the strip club? Like, I feel like if I did go to a strip club, I'd go by myself. Because I find that really weird to just hang out with you. Let's go goon together. Like, no, thank you.
And then like let's sit next to each other and have erections. Yeah, it's not even that. Like, let's go together and get them. Let's sit shoulder to shoulder, fully erect, and like just pretend that's not what's happening. Yeah, that. I think
it was 24. I mean, he's still not going to have money though to go to the strip club and become a VIP, right? Though, like that's like dropping thousands of dollars, surely.
Ruined strip clubs for me now. Now there's no way. I'm not interested. It's been ruined. Someone said strippers eat food too. No, the strippers don't eat off the customer buffet. They used to eat at a strip club 4 or 5 days a week. What?
Wow.
I mean, I guess like I don't know. I'm trying to justify it, but man alive, like I'd rather you go to McDonald's. Like
Is Jeremy just upset about the price of going to the strip club? Aren't strip clubs expensive? I mean, I assume that in America they probably have like free entry or something, and you're supposed to spend a lot of money inside there. But like, he's just like, you could just you're losing a bunch of money. Just go to McDonald's anyway. Same difference, right?
Like that's I mean, bros don't get that excited. Well, I don't want to get into the specifics, but like just being there is not enough for anybody who's at least been with a woman.
But what does Jeremy mean by this remark, chat? He's like, okay, so they go to the strip club. You could looking at the women is not enough. I guess you got to fill yourself up at the buffet.
You go into the private dance room, things happen, stuff like that. But yeah,
right.
Now, Luther, the writer, says that Nick Recator was also a VIP at a strip club. But you don't understand, Luther, because they were friends with him, okay? They had a special nickname for him. He was Anaconda, okay? He was actually, like, of course, a stripper is never your friend, but with Nick, he was actually really their friends. He's the first man to ever become friends with a stripper. And they like him for who he is.
You're just talking to your bro. Hey, man, what's going on in that Brewer game? I don't know. Let's check it out. You got boner? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Okay, so what's going on here? What do you do? Sleep with a stripper? Then what? Well, yeah, you probably have to get penicillin.
How does he know about that?
A lot of strippers where I live are also escorts. Like,
that's an oddly specific thing to know. I mean, I assume he's correct, but he's like, in my experience, all of the strippers in my area are also escorts. And he just so happened to be selling all of his arcades for cash.
That's
right.
They identify like the people with a lot of money, and they're like, "Ooh, let me know if you want a private meeting."
So Jeremy's just talking from experience. He was marked immediately as a John the second he went in, and it's like, yeah, this guy's got a lot of fucking money. I mean, he pays $500 just to talk to Melanie Mac. How much do you think he's paying these strippers? $10,000 a night? It's one banana, Michael. How much could it cost? $20,000?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I don't even want to. I'm going to change my clothes when I leave here and throw them out. I don't really want to. I want to spend more time with you.
This is this is an absolute self-report. It's like so crazy. He just says these things, and like Mel's just like disassociating. You can see it on her face. Hold on, turn off the chat for a second. Like she's like she's shook by this, but she's like, I can't talk back to this man because he pays my bills. But also, she knows that the money's not going to be around for long. If Jeremy's selling the arcade collection, if he's selling the NES collection, then that means that her paycheck is next to go. Like, how much longer is Melanie going to be on the table? She's an expense that Jeremy can't afford to keep. And we actually have some evidence about that. So we interrupt this Jeremy clip. I believe Melanie has announced, Mel announces she is starting her gaming stream the day the quartering announced he sold all his toys and is downsizing his house. He's selling it. You can see there she started a new Melanie Mac Gaming. Interesting. Now, some of the more observant members of the YouTube chat and also on Kick, of course, may remember that Hannah Claire started to upload a bunch of videos, and then lo and behold, she was gone. Interesting. But I guess maybe Melanie's going to take like a break until midterms. Maybe midterms. We'll see. Who knows about that? All right, let's continue.
That's what we did after work every day. I guess if it's like it's close to work, I don't know. I always felt guilty at strip clubs if I wasn't on the rail tipping.
Oh my goodness. I actually got like stun locked by that. He's just like exposed himself so many times. He's like, in my experience, when I'm talking to the whores that are also strippers, if I go there and I'm not sitting at the rail just dropping tens of thousands of dollars, I feel guilty. Biggest fucking mark.
So
let's go back.
I don't know.
Go back for a second.
I always felt guilty at strip clubs if I wasn't on the rail tipping. So like I would go and I'd have my singles or whatever. Nowadays it's probably fives. I don't know. But like,
can anyone in the chat that's been to a strip club confirm? Do strippers get pissed off if you don't give them $5 bills? That seems crazy, by the way. Like in Japan, the lowest denomination on a note is like $10. So I was always wondering about that. Actually, I was like, do people like just drop $10 or something? That's not going to fucking happen. Because like it's kind of a joke because like you got like the $1 coin and $5 coin in Japan. So are people just like slotting in the coins or something? I don't know. I'm curious about this. It's interesting.
Like there were definitely like way more people. Like there'd be times there'd be like 20 or 30 people there and nobody on the rail. And I'm just like, I would feel bad. So I would stay up even for the ugly ones. And I was like, I felt like
this is such a white knight beta bitch. He made his entire career calling other people beta. If he goes to a strip club when he's gorging himself at the breakfast buffet, if he looks over and sees an empty rail, he just sits down and just starts throwing out ones.
How savage is it if I'm sitting there, I see you walk out and I just get up and leave? Like, I felt so bad. So I just sit there and be like,
he even pays ugly women money. Of course, we know that because Melanie Mac's right there.
Okay, here's your dollar. Yeah, okay. No, you can't take it out of my mouth. Not only do I not want your gross boobs in my mouth.
How does this, the audacity of this man, like your gross boobs? Like, first of all, yeah, I think strip clubs are probably very grimy, dirty places, but you're going to the strip club by your own volition, and then you're like, whoa, women, I don't want, no, keep the titties away from me. Stay away. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? By the way, like the idea of Jeremy getting like his beard grease on the stripper's titties has confirmed that I'll never be going to these strip clubs. Okay, it's not gonna fucking happen. Gross. Oh, do you think they got like beard rash or something from him? Like, oh no, I want to get further away from the strippers that I'm paying money to. Yeah, okay, Jeremy, we believe you. Like, what is he talking about? Melanie Mac is like, oh my goodness, look at this face. What is she like? We gotta zoom in on this one. Hold on, we gotta get the old crime lab out. I haven't got the pinch and zoom set up. All right, take a look at this. Here we are. Look at her face. By the way, I love that there's a McDonald's story on the side of Quartering's Twitter recommendation. So he's always got a McDonald's story. This is it. She's just like zooming out. She's like, just like a ringing tinnitus sound is in going through her head, like airhead. The fast fuse, like, unironically, that's very funny how I keep going to Jeremy's channel and noticing there's like fast food stories, like McDonald's segment. It's an actual
I'm not putting money in my mouth. Like, just, you could do your thing. I mean, boobs aren't gross, but stripper boobs, you know, they all smell the same. They all.
How could you just? What does the stripper's breast smell like, Jeremy? The breakfast buffet that's lost in your beard, like the flavor saver, eggs and waffles and shit. Is that what the stripper's tits smell like? So like. And by the way, the fact that he knows what they smell like obviously means that he's going in there, blah, you know.
I've been in a bunch of other guys' faces, and you should feel guilty at a strip club regardless. Yes, that's there's a Melanie comment. Yeah. Strip clubs are about the only place where a couple of ones still has value. Okay, yeah, I haven't been since. I know exactly when I was. June 6th, 2008. This is the night before my wedding.
Now, chat, do you believe Jeremy's story here? If you think that Jeremy is being a true and honest boy and the last time he went to a strip club is 2008 in June, press 1 if you believe him, or press 2 or B if you think he's a dirty fucking liar and that he's there. He's there every fucking day for the breakfast buffet. That's a lie. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn the bees back on. There we go. Release the bees. There we go. I'm sorry. There's no fucking way. He's describing how these strippers' titties smell like, and he's like, no, the last time must have been 2008. What are you? Nah, come on now, Jeremy. That's a lot of fucking twos. I don't think I saw a single one. There's not even one contrarian person. That's good to see.
And that was the last time. But anyway, off to the strip. The gross one,
off to the strip club. I mean, they just said it. Yeah.
By the way, while we're making fun of guys, is the women's strip clubs. Okay, gross. There is nothing hot about dongs.
What a take! What a take! Now he's going to talk about the male strip club. Penises. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I've never been to the male strip club. Ugh. I don't like. Oh, penises. Gross.
And like my
I've never
sister's
been to
friends,
one. Yeah.
my sister's friends took her to a strip club for her bachelorette party.
Okay.
And I was like, I said, they don't
I'll come. That's what he said.
they're not like full nude, are they? Because like they're not.
Isn't that the point though? Like, isn't that the idea of a strip club to strip? I don't know this stuff. Okay, surely you got to see the dong if you're going to a male strip club. Otherwise, what's the point? You just go to the fucking like I don't know pool or something.
Even full nude at the strip clubs that I used to go to. There was like a couple that are, but like most of the ones in the city are just topless.
He's been to every fucking strip club in Wisconsin. He's like, most of the strip clubs in my area are they're not full nudity. However, there are a few that I am also VIP. Like, how many VIP badges does this man have?
I was like, what? Like, what is it? So it's a guy without a shirt? Like, I mean, just go to the beach. It's not. It's really not even. And she's like, oh no.
And obviously women do want to see dongs, and yeah, gay guys too, of course. Like the idea that like women are grossed out by penises is just like not true.
They take it out, and she said that like they would put a towel. They'd be wearing a towel, and then they would hide the towel and slap her in the face.
I think the thing that they're playing hide the salami in Jeremy's wife. We got a 2 here from Yusuf saying that thumbnail is fire. Thank you. I stole it from the Kiwi Farms. It was a very fun little Melanie Mac like pull cord doll. I can't remember who's. I wanted to credit the poster, but I forgot their name. I apologize. Master Galwa with a 5 says, Jer seems happy talking about male strip clubs. His sister told him about him. People are preying on his wife, yet he has a Facebook strangers coming over. Interesting. That's a good question. It seems not like the man. He doesn't seem to be acting like a man that's fearful for his safety.
With it and stuff like that. I'm like, fucking gross.
Is that for the memes? Like, I feel like I don't know how that's a thing because I feel like that'd be like a practical joke thing. But maybe some.
What is Melanie trying to say? We got Churgy with a 5 says, how do we know he isn't lying about selling it? I think Luther pointed it out as well. Well, we know that he sold some of his things because he pulled his back and because we saw the items that were sold on another person's Facebook marketplace, specifically the SpongeBob SquarePants crane claw, which I assume isn't very common, it was Jeremy's favorite possession. So we know at least he sold the arcade cabinets. But that's because he had to get them out for his wife to build the dog course. Thinking he will get sympathy points for his chat or he'll find it more relatable. Some were seen on Facebook. But yes, he's like begging, but by being rich, it's a very weird thing. I don't know why he thinks this would work.
I slap her in the face with it and stuff like that. I'm like, fucking gross.
Is that for the memes? Like, I feel like I don't know how that's a thing because I feel like that'd be like a practical joke thing. But maybe some of.
I guess Melanie Mac's not a fan of that Red X comic that they got the horse cock slap in that. Honestly, I think that art style is disgusting and gross. I think it's the same guy that does The Boys. I've only ever seen it as memes on 4chan. I haven't actually read that shit. But does Jeremy think that women find cocks unattractive because his wife won't touch his? And that's why he's childless? I don't know. J.R. Williams, or Junior Williams maybe, with a 5 says, if Jer's house was truly on the market, it would be hilarious to feign interest and film inside the quarter compound. I mean, I guess that's inevitably going to happen unless he has a private sale. But I doubt anyone's going to buy it, so he's going to have to list it eventually. It'd be pretty funny if some A-logs bought it, or at least just did a house tour. When we eventually get the Zillow like 360 cam or whatever, we'll take a look through it, The thing is, we're never going to get a house tour 360 camera viewing that is going to be better than the Baldo bunker, the side bunker, with that like SCP-173 like bathroom and that like the heavy water and shit, and the smelly vagina shampoo that was like left in the thing, and the nose before hose cup, and that was like, I think we hit the peak of our stream quality at the time we saw the Ricada side hoe hustle house 3D walking tour. That was like a magical evening.
These ladies like it, but I think it's crazy to go somewhere like that.
I get maybe going to see like Thunder Down Under, or what's the other one, the Chippendales. If you're like some old lady.
How does he know so many male strip joints or whatever?
Lady, they're dancing, they're shirtless, whatever. Towel dance. How'd you know what it was called, Stellhorn?
That's a good question, Stellhorn. How did Jeremy know that? Like, name two. Like, if you ask any guy, name two male strip places, they're just gonna say, no, I don't know. Like, there's that movie Magic Mike. Is Magic Mike an answer? Maybe with like Channing Tatum or something. But like, how does this man know two establishments and or movies / or whatever's?
Is that your porno name? I get like that's like an entertainment thing. Like there's dancing and whatever.
Yeah.
But like just a dude strip.
Yeah, he just enjoys the male strippers as a he appreciates the artistic language.
Club. Like the male dong is
Wait,
not.
what do you say?
Well, like just a dude's entertainment thing. Like there's dancing and whatever.
Yeah.
But like just a dude's strip club. Like the male dong is not a thing of beauty. And
Maybe his isn't. Maybe the quarterling isn't quite a thing of beauty. But that seems like a Jeremy problem.
I don't know. My sister was like, yeah, it was no.
By the way, like if you ask what is the most like, many people will say like Michelangelo's David is like the pinnacle of Western art. It's like name great art pieces. It's like Sistine Chapel, Mona Lisa, Michelangelo's David. There's a lot of fucking nudie models in like European Greek culture and all that that glorifies the beautiful tiny penis of a Greek god. Okay, so has anyone seen the Flash skits? There's a Flash skits. I think it's one of their like side channels or something where they have a skit about like Hercules have a giant dong or something, and like it's like to sum this all up, because like in ancient Greece the thing of beauty was like the tiny dong or whatever. They have a skit cartoon where there's one guy in Greece with a massive penis, and it's really funny because there's all these like muscular guys walking around with tiny penises, and there's this one guy who's like got this massive dong. This sounds so fucking gay to talk about. And they're like, oh, it's Hercules. Your massive dong is so big you probably can't even fit it in a boy's asshole. And it's like, that's not true. And he's like a laughing stock. It's so funny. It's so wrong, but it's so funny. I don't know. It's Flash skits, okay? Let's move on. That's good advice. It's really good advice.
No.
Happy June. Yeah, it's a bit of a woe buddy.
No, it was fine to watch him dance or whatever, but I don't need to see all that. Oh, y'all never seen a pretty penis? Well, I guess. I don't know.
But he's searching for a pretty penis. He's gonna find one at Chippendales or Magic Mike's.
Oh, you tattooed a full suit on yours? That's smart. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah. Keep it classy. I wonder what the tattoo.
Remember when Nick Recator lied about having the First Amendment tattooed on his penis because he was trying to get attention from like slags at a club? But he's never lied about anything except tattooing his own dick to try and get attention from randoms. Because, like, unironically, the story, if you haven't heard this, is that some other guy was getting more attention than Nick at a bar. So then he had to start lying about tattooing his dick because he has to be the center of attention.
You'd have to like take a Viagra or something like that, right? I don't think they tattoo.
Yeah, the Flash Kids animation is like based on a true story of me at the onsen. Yeah, that's what's happening.
That soft. I'm genuinely curious. Like,
he's bi-curious.
You just like put it in a vice and like.
Wait, what the fuck is he talking about? Is this puppetry of the penis or something?
Take a smart. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, keep it classy. I wonder what the tattoo you'd have to like take a.
Oh, I see the tattoo.
Take a Viagra or something like that, right? I don't think they tattoo that.
What? Ugh. Unironically, I guess they just stretch it out, right?
Soft.
Has anyone like? I feel like this is such a sussy thing to say. However, has anyone watched Idiot Abroad? Idiot Abroad is one of the funniest TV shows ever. It's got Carl Pilkington, who's like the manager / friend of Ricky Gervais or producer or something. And they send him around the world and he fucking hates traveling. He's like this British guy that just hates fucking traveling. And they send him to India. And when he goes to India, and this is all uncensored, by the way, okay? He goes to India and he's meeting all the bubbas, and the bubbas all have these weird deformed things. Like there's the elephant bubba who has a face like an elephant. He's just got some disgusting condition or something. But one of the bubbas they have is like the penis yoga bubba, and he wraps his dick. Like this is all uncensored. You can see like there's no blurring or anything. You see him wrap his dick around a cane, and then he rolls it up, and then he puts the cane behind his legs. How do I describe this? So it's like this, and then he stands up to stretch it out even further. And then Carl's like Carl's going fucking crazy. This is a fucking wild episode, okay? It's a fantastic show. It's not all about penis stretching though.
I'm genuinely
Oh,
curious.
I'm talking about the Naga Baba specifically. Are you just trying to trick me into saying Naga Baba? Stump Garden, oddly specific username.
It's like, what do? You just like put it in a vice and like you have to lean back so you stretch out. I don't really know. It's very weird.
Yeah, that's complicated.
Well, it's like, have you ever written like text on a balloon? It's like that. You know when you draw like a smiley face on a balloon and then you deflate the balloon and then the picture becomes smaller?
Dude.
Yeah, tell me, does anybody have a dick tattoo in chat? Tell me what they do.
Can anyone any dick tattoo chads in chat? Post one. This is the cock and bull torture. Yes, it is. The cock and bull torture, more like.
I have to know. I feel like that's one of the. They must, right?
Inquiring
I don't
minds
even
need
want
to know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do want to know, chat. Tell me. But like, I don't want to get too far down the. We started at strip clubs. Now we're talking about dicks and stuff like that. So this is a. I was just gonna say that chat was like, this is definitely a Tardcast. Yeah.
I mean, he's right. When he's right is right. Oh my goodness, that's a fantastic clip, Alyssa. There's some fun comments here too. He has the nerve talking about canceling. Jer, yap. Mel, yeah, wow, great. Okay, right. Yeah. This just confirms he's drowning in debt. Oversharing much, Jeremy. So like, totally, yeah. Yeah, right, says Mel. All right. Where are we now? By the way, this is a fun little post from Return of the Mac and Cheese. Jeremy posted during his Miller Time session, he posted, if 3 massive creators were all suddenly wildly pro-Israel, everyone would be suspicious. When 3 massive creators all suddenly get a coordinated fashion, suddenly turning wildly anti-Israel. Nobody wonders why. Have your opinions fine, but if you think this is organic, you're insane. And also that's juxtaposed by, this opinion brought to you by Wise Money Israel. I think that's one of my favorite Jeremy clips, actually, when he starts reading about the Israeli money. Look how dented his face is. What the fuck is this machine code? What the fuck is that? Am I being hacked by Null? Try this one more time. What the fuck is this shit? I guess he's disabled open image in new tab. You rat, Josh Moon. There we go. Look at his face. Wise Money Israel. This is his face at the male strip club when he's watching his sister get railed by the male strippers for some reason. His smile and optimism gone. It's like, that was my backup wife. Anyway, all right, what do we got here? Already ordered that one. We got that one. So Homo for Life Returns, victim of homo moderation, says, and this is in regards to Jeremy's house because people were talking about the Zillow estimates and things, saying that generally older houses get assessed lower than newer ones, even if the owner made upgrades in the houses. Hence why newer builds blow your wallet out of the water. Improvement value is probably close to the actual value in Jeremy's case. And you may get close to 1.6 to 1.8 if he's lucky. Housing market is very fucked right now for the sellers. Suffer house sellers. I can't believe that this fucking douchebag is living in such a house. What a stupid moron. Judging by what he's currently making, Jeremy won't even cover his property tax, lol. Edit. Jeremy is paying over $1,000 a month for his property taxes. And we can see here. Can we get some suffer Jeremys in the chat? He's paying over $1,000 per month just on the property taxes. Now, of course, he's also paying $10,000 a month in his mortgages. How's it going, Gunterra? I I tried to put a bunch of people, all of the people that are on the top gifted board, I tried to give them VIP badges, but I don't see them in chat. So maybe you need to refresh or accept them or something. So I remember adding your name. So maybe check to see if it's there. All right, where were we? Where were we? All right, so this month alone on the Germinal Decline, the Kiwi Farms are talking about how many videos he made, and Norwood7 actually showed up, and across all of his channels, Jeremy has made, and this is from the Germinal Decline, he has made 51 videos this month alone on just Carmelo Anthony. Gunterra gifted 5 subs. Very base, very cool. And that's what's crazy about this. What's crazy about this, because as someone that puts out one video every couple of weeks, maybe, if you're lucky, and then there's a couple of streams a week, he's put out 51 videos on just Carmelo Anthony in the month of June. But that's only 40% of his total video content. There's so much fucking slop. This is also fun, though. Like, he's only put out 4 videos in bricks and minifigs, 3 videos on the Walmart segment. The Walmart segment is like when Jeremy's like mad about the digital price tags or something, because they know when they see him lumbering towards the M&M stand that they can put a price by 100%. Other videos, 64. Like, holy shit, this man puts out so much fucking slop. Now, if we go to his channel, we're going to talk about one of the things that is really disgusting. Is Jeremy's new grift. Oh, here you go. Like, you can see the Walmart segment. They're watching. And this was like kind of, I was caught onto this by Don Flurgandy of 404 News, when he was like, Jeremy's just straight up making shit up now. So this is an example. Carmelo's dad exposed. She was 6. And Jeremy's got like the old sussy eye. Like, oh my goodness, is this man a rapist? So Flurgandy was talking about this today. And in this video, it got so much worse. He doesn't, well, actually, sorry, that's the wrong one. It's the one, He's in Trouble. Sorry, that's the video this is from. He's in Trouble. In the He's in Trouble video, there is no mention. This she was 6 doesn't even come up in the entire fucking video. It's just straight up lies. He's just making shit up now. It's like, this is actually against YouTube's terms of service. And this is actually going to be the downfall of Jeremy and his audience, I believe, because you can trick low IQ individuals like in the nursing home into clicking on this shit a couple times. But when you're not delivering on the, like, and you can clickbait people on YouTube, that's fine. But you've got to deliver on the clickbait. He's just making shit up now. Like, this is tantamount to defamation. He's just like, let's just pedo bait them. Why not? I mean, they don't know, right? There has nothing to do, like, this, she was 6. There's nothing to do with this. It's so fucking disgusting. But there's a really funny little segment in here that, because I went through this entire video, I looked through the transcript and I watched the actual video during dinner. So can you put some Fs in there for my brain cells? Because every time I watch any of Jeremy's content, I get a little bit dumber. And eventually we'll all just become Jeremy, I suppose, because we're all just becoming stupider by the minute. But there's this one part of this entire video that's worth listening to. And this is when he's talking about Asmongold. But Asmongold says something that's very fucking funny. So let's have a listen.
You have to realize that, think about how confusing the world must be to somebody that's this stupid. If you are
true. Can we get some trues in the chat? And that's exactly, look at Jeremy. You can see him there with his like, true. Asmongold, true. These people are so dumb. The world is confusing. But Jeremy, the world is confusing to you. You're the dummy that Asmongold's talking about. This is the world it's so confusing. I don't know. How much is a Nintendo set worth? $5?
Act must be to somebody that's this stupid. If you are actually this stupid, imagine how stressful every aspect of your life must be.
That's probably why they're angry all the time.
I mean, what has Jeremy been talking about? He's anxious. He's angry. He doesn't know how to make the pain go away. He looks like a deer caught in headlights. He's like so close. There's like something in the back of his head like going, he's talking about you. He's talking about you. Oh my goodness. This clip is so fucking funny.
Actually this stupid. Imagine how stressful every aspect of your life must be.
Well, that's probably why they're angry all the time.
Really?
Some of the most angry people I've ever met have been kind of the slowest.
I agree.
In general.
I mean, like, everything must be confusing to you.
Look at him. He's seething out. He's like chewing the cud. He's doing something weird here. He's like actually freaking out.
Everything must be hard for you to figure out. Everything must be some kind of problem. Like, can you, like, you're.
He doesn't even know. It's so good.
You're literally playing life on hard mode because of bad spawn RNG. That's it. Or maybe you just weren't educated. Like, we've got to stop graduating people.
Yep.
Jeremy claimed that he didn't read a single book when he got his MBA. He said the last time he read a book was when he was in elementary school. Okay. He didn't read a single book during his entire time in college. I'm not even joking. That clip is so fucking funny.
Here's another guy going on Carmelo's dad.
Carmelo Anthony.
All right. There's this one gem. Like I'm like digging through the shit mines and I found this one gem finally. Like I was like, finally. All right. Now we'll go to this one real quick. This is Jeremy's most recent video. It got so much worse. And we're just going to watch a little bit of it. So you get a little bit of a taste of the unedited Jeremy. Because people like Alyssa, the Kino Casino, Don Flurgandy, Luther Morgan, they usually cut up Jeremy's content into digestible bite-sized pieces for people like myself to consume at our leisure. But actually going through Jeremy's content by yourself, it's like you need an adult with you to hold your hand because it's so deranged. So we'll go through a little bit of this, but it's kind of funny, this beginning part.
Well.
Oh, and for context, this is after his weekend away from the internet. So he was like, Friday night, he was like, I'm going to put down the phone. I'm not going to use Twitter. Not going to put videos up. And then it's 20 tweets later, 5 videos later, shorts later. And now Jeremy's just forced. He's forced back into the YouTube mines. He's trying to get out and they keep pulling him fucking back in.
Well. Take the weekend off, Jeremy. You've burnt out. You've been totally burnt out. You don't have to work this weekend.
By the way, I just noticed that he's replaced all his Funko Pops with Coffee Brand coffee. I was like wondering what was in the back. I thought they were like it's literally just unsold merchandise. That's why he had to sell the arcade machines. That's why he had to get rid of the Super Nintendo connection, because he's got to put all of his excess coffee in the back.
Well, Juneteenth was celebrated by a complete narrative destroying body cam footage release.
So what he's talking about is that the body cam footage came out for Carmelo Anthony, and I don't think he even bothered to stream it. Like he waited till Monday, or I guess this was like Sunday, right? This came out on Sunday. Yeah, June 21st, right? Was that Sunday? Oh wait, June 21st was yeah Sunday.
The judge in the Carmelo Anthony case, you may have seen it, but you have not seen an overweight Midwestern guy break it down, break down the meltdowns, break it all apart.
This couldn't wait. This couldn't wait till Monday. The body cam was released, and Jeremy was forced back into the YouTube mines. They're pulling him in like the tentacles of those Matrix robots. He's just trying to relax with his ass. I mean, with his with his pinball. I mean, he's just got nothing to do in the fucking house. He's addicted to making slop.
For you here on a wonderful Saturday. Gonna be taking my.
People say terminally online quite a lot, but this is the actual example of someone that's terminally online. He can't look away.
Mom out.
He couldn't even go an entire month without Twitter.
To celebrate Father's Day, as you guys know, Papa Hambly passed away 2 summers ago.
By the way, I didn't mention this, but Jeremy's father died, and Jeremy just did a live stream. He's just like, I wonder if I can grift off of this. It's so slimy. He didn't even take the day off for his father's death. Jeremy's been working every day for 20 years, and he can't even take a single day off for his father. So happy Father's Day. Unironically, though, happy Father's Day to people in the chat, but not to Jeremy, because he's childless.
3 summers ago now. So celebrate Father's Day with my mom. Gonna take her play some bingo. Leave a thumbs up for some good luck at bingo. Hopefully I can yell bingo in some old lady's face, make her cry.
What? Now, the only old lady he's going to be sitting next to is his own mother. So is he so seething at his mother that he's hoping to get a bingo so he can yell in his face, bingo, fuck you, mum, you said I would have built nothing. Bingo, bitch. This is deranged. I mean, I know those bingo games can get pretty hot. They get spicy over there with like those. You lose a finger. Jesus.
Only played once before, but I'm pumped. Very pumped.
Yeah, no, it's pretty weird. He's pumped.
To make an old lady cry. Now, Carmelo Anthony body cam footage comes out. Surveillance footage came out. We're going to look at all that real quick and get into it. By the way, huge shout out to everybody. I know you're sick of me plugging the coffee. I'll give you some time off, but
okay. So we got no coffee ads this video. That's nice.
Big announcement. We just got this.
Oh, I know you guys hate the content. I know you guys hate the Carmelo Anthony slop that I've done 60 videos about. But you see, this is not a grift. I'm just going to talk about it for a second, okay? Like, I'm not going to advertise the Dragon's Treasure today. Do you know that? Like, that's crazy. But, you know, you could, like, I always talk about the Dragon's Treasure and how you can get 10% off of the Dragon's Treasure by using code COPE. In fact, you can get criminal savings using code COPE at the Dragon's Treasure. But I'm not going to advertise it today. I'm going to give you a break from using the dragonstreasure.com, a haven for anime and tea lovers, and using code COPE, okay? Because I know that I've been shilling the code. I know you guys know that I've been shilling the dragonstreasure.com using code COPE for a lot of these episodes because me and Sean are trying to see who can sell the most tea behind at the end of the year, and I was winning, but now the Sean Menace is coming up because too many people were criminally using his code, which is also COPE. So you can either use my code COPE or Sean code COPE at thedragonstreasure.com. Anyway, I won't talk about that today. Let's continue with Jeremy's no coffee segment.
Sweet new designation. Small business on Amazon. Shout out.
All right, so he's trying to trick you into watching this ad because it's a small business. Now, Don Flurgandy did the investigation on this. I want to credit him, and he said that to get the small business designation on Amazon, you need to have less than 100 employees and less than $50 million a year in sales. So basically, everybody's a fucking small business unless you're actually Amazon or IBM or something. So it's like it's a big W for Jeremy, I guess. Small business W. He makes less than $50 million. Although we know that the coffee company has been unprofitable for all these years, because he keeps talking about that. We got Master Goa again with a 5. Says Jeremy can't even read news articles, and his advertisement reads without stumbling. Does anybody believe he's capable of reading an actual book? I don't either. It was really funny, actually. Like, never mind. I was gonna dunk on somebody, but I won't do it today.
We are a small business, and buy cbc.com. Will be linked in the description. We have our hot butter rum, 50% off. All of our coffee shipping, free overnight. Support the
By the way, his best-selling coffee, the Blueberry Cobbler, doesn't actually have overnight shipping. And it's only sold like 50 in the last month, which means he's making maybe $50 a month from his best sales. Because we know that Amazon will only display like in multiples of 50. So if you sell 51, it's like 50 sales. If you sell 100, it's 100 sales. So Jeremy's selling at most 50 to 100 bags of Blueberry Cobbler every month. Jeremy has said that he only makes $1 a bag. So he's making $50 a month from his bestseller at most. And that's before the 30% Amazon split.
Show whole bean, ground, flavored, unflavored, double caffeinated, bourbon, everything you could want. Buy cbc.com. And if you bought something real quick, till I got a full night's sleep last night, whatever you bought, after you try it, please remember to come back to the item you bought, click on it, scroll down, and just write a customer review. I would be so thankful. We are going hard.
By the way, he's also doxing his wife's account again. You can't see it because it's like a clip. But no, wait, this is actually his channel. But it says deliver to Heather, his wife. So he's using his wife's account to circumvent Amazon's rules on buying your own products and leaving a review. Purchased 8 items. He buys his own coffee. So he can like sneak in the fake reviews with Heather's account.
In to Walmart by the end of the year. That's my goal. Or maybe World Market or something like that. But we need your help. So check that out. Now,
just 2 more weeks. Trust the plan. We're going to be in Walmart by their midterms, chat. By the way, Don Flurgandy also brought up a very good point where he was talking about why wouldn't you, as a Freudian slip there, as a Wisconsin businessman, why wouldn't you just go to your local retailers and say, like, look, I'm a wealthy coffee magnet of Wisconsin. I want to keep my products in Wisconsin. How about I sell in your stores right now? And there'd be some market research to show that he can actually sell product, but he can't do that. He knows it's not going to happen. It's ridiculous, Jeremy. You can't even label your products correctly. It's not going to happen.
The footage is released, and there's
all right. So that's the first ad. It's pretty boring. I think he does a second ad towards the end of it. He does. Oh my goodness. I want to use the word so badly, chat. All right. So the first 2 minutes of that video is just coffee ad when he talks about he's not going to have the coffee ad. The last minute.
This ad was a lie. 35 years wasn't enough. I hope you're informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it. Remember, buy CBC.com.
There's 2 fucking ads in this video that is allegedly going to have no ads. He actually believes this is content. I think that Jeremy doesn't think in his mind, he actually believes he hasn't advertised coffee at all. Is he, or does his working memory last not even 15 minutes? And he just forgot that he talked about it already.
We have something for everybody who if you like coffee, obviously, maybe someone you know likes coffee, you can pick them up a bag for a gift. Help support a small business. Help support us climb the ladder by make sure if you
climb the coffee ladder. Only the ladder is real, Jeremy. Those that climb and those that are too afraid to grab the next run on the coffee and just fuck off. Now that the 75% discount sales is off, you're not selling any fucking bags. Now that the Carmelo grift is off, it's over, chat. It's over.
Pick something up. Help us get that social proof by leaving a review. He's like he only cares. His entire brain is focused around just like sales terms. It's like, if you enjoy if I say, if you enjoy my stream, leave a like. If you dislike, then leave a dislike. Okay. Jeremy's like, if you enjoy the coffee, leave a like. He's like, no, if you just leave the social proof, leave the marketing engagement, leave the clicks, leave the likes. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about doing a good product or anything. We're informed by
That's why he's selling old moldy coffee. You got to get your summer eggnog and gingerbread.
Video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.
Then you got his. How much do you think he paid Grok? What the fuck? On a second, I gotta do the zoom in on this one. It is so much worse. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was wondering there for a second. Okay, so this is the title of the video. I thought he included it so much worse, the quartering, and I would agree with him. I was like, what the fuck? Is that part of the? Sorry, that's my crime lab messing up a little bit there. Like, it's so much worse, the quartering. I agree. But look at this mug on this guy. Look at this mug. I mean, it's like a coffee joke, chat. You know that movie with like Dan Aykroyd where they like, what is it? It's like a terrible cult classic movie where they go into this town, and I think Dan Aykroyd did he write and direct it or something? And it's like they go and see this judge, and this judge has like a dick for a nose. It's like this, and in one scene he actually has a real penis for a nose. It's like it looks like a penis the entire movie, but there's one scene where it's legitimately an actual penis on his nose. What's that fucking movie called? Nothing But Trouble? Is that it? Nothing But Trouble? I've actually never seen that movie. I've only seen clips of it. Is it worth watching? Maybe I'll have to check. It looks like that though, right? Doesn't it? It's this weird like copy of a copy of a copy thing where Jeremy keeps using AI to like kind of smooth out his features, and it keeps getting weirder and weirder. I have one of these in my I'm not even joking. I was going to use this as a thumbnail once. This is an actual picture that Jeremy uploaded on one of his videos. This is what it looks like on the video. I didn't add this line. Like, Jeremy himself used this as a picture on his actual video. It's like Marble Hornets. You know that old Slenderman video where it's like the screen tear happens before the Slenderman shows up? That's what's happening, is Marble Hornet maxing. There's a reference from a bygone era. All right. What do we have here now? We got Luther Morgan. I'm gonna like this video. Luther Morgan doing fantastic as a small YouTuber, getting more likes and engagement than Jeremy. He's put out a new grift, The Race Hustler. He's desperate for views. Let's take this out. Check this out. Watch this at 1.25 because it's about 30 minutes. But I do enjoy my Luther Morgan content. Let's see what he's up to this week.
Hey guys, Luther Morgan here, coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Jeremy Hambly's new grift. And it is actually quite disgusting. I didn't think that Jeremy could get any
This is a very uncharitable pause, by the way. You rat, Luther.
lower than he was. But if we check out his channel here, let's go to his videos. Basically what he's doing is he's starting a race hustling grift. That's what he
Race hustler.
wants. So he's been grifting hard on the Carmelo Anthony situation the last 2 or 3 weeks. And that's really where these are the only videos that can get any views for him.
And that's because, by the way, what a fucking base subscription list that Luther Morgan has. We've got Don Flurgandy, 404 News, Truth Seekers, myself, Misty Mochi, Alyssa Clips, Potentially Criminal, and the Quartering, but he obviously only follows the Quartering so he can like A-log him. So it's actually like the perfect, like, if you just take away the Quartering, this is like the perfect subscription tab.
Some of these videos he's getting 6 figures on. I mean, this one is 106,000, 95, 91, 95, 70, and he just spits them out and he keeps spitting them out. And he's addicted to the easy money. I mean, look at
Because this is the thing, is he's realized that racism is the easiest thing to grift off of. Now, I enjoy some good racism. It's very funny, honestly. I'm not a racist. That's what's so insane about this. But I do think that racism can be very funny. But Jeremy has realized that if you just be as racist as possible, you pull in a lot of easy views, right? And to emphasize this point, Jeremy stole a tweet where it says you can just write fuck Islam and get 101,000 likes. And he said, is this true? Fuck Islam. And he pinned it to him. So he's so desperate. He's so desperate for this social interaction and the likes you get from fucking Twitter, the good boy points you get for people liking your tweets, that he had to pin this post. I wonder if he's been tweeted recently. Is he awake yet? He was active 10 minutes ago. He's reposting the Tabascus video. That's actually kind of a funny one, though. That's the one where it's like, get out of my country. Oh my goodness. He can't look away. I can't even go a single stream without some more posts coming up. All right, let's continue. Wait, where is it? Where are we? This one. Okay.
This one, 163, 106. He's getting the same views that he did back in like 2019, 2020, 21. 190,000 views, and you look at some of this other stuff, it just doesn't get the views. I mean, look at this video about Legos. It only got 38,000. You know, here's
how do you get so poor views in the Lego story? The Lego story is like the biggest fucking story of like the year, perhaps. The Quartering or the Lego story was one of the biggest stories, I guess. But like Jeremy can't talk about his story.
Slop AOC is an idiot video only got 30,000. You know, something about somebody's biting cops, it only got 21,000 views. I mean, that's pathetic, Jeremy. And I have views that have over 21,000. So he's addicted to the easy money and he's addicted to the Carmelo Anthony situation. So now he's just going on full on race grifter mode. And I saw this video.
Race grifter.
It's called Race Wars Are Coming.
How's Jeremy going to fight in the race war, though? He sold his weapons. He haven't even fired his guns once. He had a $7,000 AR rifle that he never took to the range and he just sold. How can you fight in the race war without any weapons, Jeremy?
So I don't know if he's trying to emulate like Tim Pool, where Tim Pool, he put Civil War in every video and he would get tons of views. So now Jeremy's wading into the deep end of politics by talking about race wars. This is a guy who used to talk about Disney and Marvel and, you know.
By the way, I think if the race war actually happened, I think that both races could, well, I mean, all races could come together and agree to take out Jeremy first because he's just like useless. Not even anyone. Either side could make use of Jeremy. He's like, I'm going to be there with all the white chat. No, you're not going to be there, Jeremy. Okay. This is like when Nick Fuentes held a rally and he's like, any ugly people don't show up. You're just embarrassing us.
Starbucks and woke companies. And he would just say, whoa, isn't this crazy, guys? Now he's doing this shit with black people. And he's going after the white suburban conservative audience.
Actually, you know what would be a better example of this is where there's a picture of a fat chick. And she's like, dear white boys, this ass is for black boys only. And every race comes together and disowns this woman. And it's like, we the white boys accept these terms. And then there's like the black guys, like the black people also don't want this. And the Asian guys are like, this is like a legendary treat. This is what's happening with Jeremy. He's just unwanted by everyone, even his own wife, obviously. That's why he has to go to the strip club to see the dongs.
Who he can make afraid. And if you're afraid, he can make money off of you. So we'll play some of this video. We're going to jump around a little bit. And
this pause is so fucking funny. I wonder if Luther did this on purpose.
See what his new style of content is. It's very similar to the old style.
I have a trifecta of stories for you that simply reiterate the fact that we don't have to live like this. And that levels of fatigue outside of one particular small community.
What community, Jer? Just say it. You're on Rumble.
I think in this, maybe it's this video, the next one or something. But Jeremy wants to say the N-word so badly. So he says fatigue because he's too much of a coward to say it. But then I think he says, like, I don't believe in saying the N-word because he's a cock.
If you're going to go down the race politics path, particularly from the white side, and you're going to talk about black fatigue and shit like that, prepare to get thrown off of Amazon, bud. You want the ADL after you? I mean, you know, you want the NAACP after you? You want BLM after you? Are you really ready for that smoke, Jeremy? I don't think you are. I don't like the reason why no one has caught up with you yet is because no one watches your show. But if anyone ever actually pay attention to you and your race politics grift, it's not going to end well.
Nia just said the N-word IRL based
have reached perhaps the worst they've been, definitely the worst they've been in my lifetime.
The worst they've been in your lifetime, Jer? What about 2020? What about George Floyd? What about all those riots, the Summer of Love? You don't remember that? You're so pea-brained, so gooned out on social.
You can't even remember he did a coffee ad 15 minutes in a row. Of course you can't remember anything.
Social media, you forgot about 2020?
And by the way, the funniest thing about all of this is like, you know, the talking points of like the black fatigue is like, oh, they're noisy in public, they're stealing, they're taking all the shit from people, they're burning shit. Like Jeremy does all of these things. He goes and he is a nuisance in public. He's hitting on women in public. He's harassing children in public. He's stealing people's content. He's doing all of this shit. He's the most hood rich person I've ever seen. And then he's like, oh, those black people, I just hate them so much. But he doesn't actually. He loves the black people because he needs them to plow his wife. He just knows that if he says fatigue, he can try and like do sneaky dog whistles and get under the YouTube radar and then get easy views because this is the lowest common denominator stuff that he's finally reduced to. This is the biggest crime of all for Jeremy, is he's made racism boring. Nick Recator did this too, by the way. They both made racism boring. It's like when dad gets in on the joke, it's not funny anymore. Except Jeremy's childless. I guess he is fatherless, but that's kind of a low blow that I didn't mean to say. Because it is sad that Jeremy's father did die because he wasn't, you know, part of this.
What about Ferguson, Jeremy? I think that was what, like 2014, 15, whatever that was. Remember Ferguson? You remember George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin? Like you're old enough, you remember Rodney King, the LA riots in 92. Remember that shit?
I have 3 different stories for you in this video. The first,
you're on the air, Jer.
A man lose it all over a 99-cent Lucy.
999.
Then a mother loses it all protecting her son from another.
Oh, this is what Jeremy does. Is he's just stretching it out. He's talking slow. He's repeating himself because in reality, there's very little content here
on the video.
You know, in reality, there's almost no content. This is just local news stories put 3 in an order, and he's going to read them very poorly and read from people's tweets.
Because he wouldn't sell him tobacco. Tobacco. First of all, more has come out about this story. The 25-year-old store clerk did not survive because...
So he's not even reading articles anymore, by the way. He's just reading the Twitter headlines.
They did not want to sell a Lucy.
I love the way that Jeremy like moves around. Like he can't stay still while reading a single sentence from Twitter. He has to be like for some reason he just can't. I don't know what it is. Is it his anxiety?
So it's even less informative than it used to be.
Regular customers of the Classic Mart family business in the medical center area say they're sharing the heartache of a vicious attack of senseless violence overnight. Police say a 25-year-old store clerk.
So he's just playing a local news story. He's not even adding that much commentary.
Sent tobacco product to an underage customer. So
just so we're clear here.
The grift shuffle. That's very funny.
Stab. Refuse to break the law for a stranger. You know, risk your entire business getting shut down. You also get stabbed. And it gets worse. Each story is progressively worse.
Work. Talked with plenty of people who say they are still in shock.
Witnesses are telling us they can't believe how ridiculous.
Oh, looks like a backwoods. Oh, he had to roll one up. He was on it to roll one up. So someone had to die.
So this is like he's a marijuana junkie.
Stabbed to death.
Aren't you afraid? Isn't everyone afraid? You listening to this in the suburbs? Aren't you?
This is actually a good point. He never drinks his coffee live on stream. Like I'm always drinking coffee in my streams. And then my mouth gets dry because of the extrinsicness of it. Then I have to keep drinking water. But I have never once seen this guy drink coffee. He's always drinking like Celsius energy drinks and shit and popping Zins. You think that he'd have some coffee on stream? Like a hot pot of coffee just like steaming away in the foreground or something?
Afraid yet?
Smoke.
You want to give Jeremy Hambly money now?
Take somebody's life over something like so small and spend the rest of your life in jail. It's not.
It's sad. It's sad.
So thank you for saying thumbs up the stream. I just love this profile picture and username, Neckbone McGrizzle, and it's like a big Santa Claus beard. That's pretty good. That's a pretty cool beard you got there.
Real sad.
I was like, oh my God.
Beards are good if you can take care of them, unlike Jeremy.
Regulars say the family who runs the Classic Mart came from Jordan to build a new life.
They are the American dream, really.
It's a dream that died
Like, totally.
around 1 a.m. when police say an
I really don't think you should be making fun of how people talk when you can barely put a sentence together, Jer.
angry young man
It's because he doesn't have Melanie Mack with him, so he needs someone to fill in that airhead dead air.
Angry young man. Why was he out on the streets at 1 o'clock in the morning at 17?
Oh, give me a fucking break, Jeremy. You never broke curfew. You never stayed out past midnight when you were 17.
Okay, it's not your pick. Okay, well, it's a good photo and username combination.
Come on. Don't get sanctimonious on us.
Legitimate question. This would be, leave a like in the video right now if you agree.
Wait, the IRL Crustios, Sean, like the ones that have that jagged piece of metal in them.
This would be a perfect scenario.
Unironically, I would love to try a bag of coffee brand coffee, but I can't get my hands on it over here. I'm just curious. I don't really want to. It's just like, I want to see what Josh Moon thinks good coffee tastes like, because Josh Moon said it was okay, or like better than Pippa Pipkin's coffee at least. Although, to be fair, there's pretty shit coffee over here. I have to go to Lawson's to get a good coffee, and that's even not very good.
This is the ultimate grift. Leave a like if you agree with me. Hey guys, leave me a like. Every like is another government agency investigating Jeremy Hambly. Leave a like.
Where you charge the parents.
Okay, this is Jer's hot take. Why would you want to charge the parents? You want to charge this guy as an adult. He's 17 years old and he murdered someone. If you're the DA, you want to charge him as an adult. If you charge somebody as an adult, the parents aren't responsible because you're an adult. You idiot, Jeremy.
Well,
Idiot, Jeremy.
How do you know that this guy was raised by a single mother? They're just all like that, huh?
By the way, Jeremy is now also being raised by a single mother. But that's kind of like a low blow. But it's the same.
They're just all like that. Why don't you just come out and say it like that, Jeremy? They're all just scum. You know, he reminds me of like that one angry guy in 12 Angry Men. I'll put up the picture here.
Look, you know how these people lie? It's born in them. I mean, what the heck? I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. No, sir. They get drunk. Oh, they're real big drinkers, all of them. You know that. And bang, someone's lying in the gutter. Well, nobody's blaming them for it. That's the way they are, by nature. You know what I mean? Violent.
Yeah, that's Jeremy. Like the embodiment of prejudice and dismissiveness and ignorance. That's what Jeremy is. He's just the ignorant racist.
No, the thing is, here's the thing, is that Jeremy isn't actually a racist. He doesn't have it in his brain to be racist because he's a grifter and he wants everybody's money and everyone's attention and he wants all of their black dicks and his wife. But he knows that if he says racist things, then he can get attention from very easily, even if he doesn't have to put out good content. That's the thing here. He's actually using stolen racist valor, which is what's so offensive about all of this. Like, that's even worse than the racism. It's the hypocrisy. That's the worst part of it all.
Is the perfect scenario to charge the parent.
No, it is not, Jeremy. This is maybe the worst part to charge the parent, because if you charge the parent, then he's a child. And if he's a child, you can't charge him, the guy who actually committed the murder. And how do you know this guy even has parents? Maybe this guy's in foster care. Maybe this guy ran away from home. You know, maybe this guy's emancipated. How the fuck do you know? Like, you're just guessing. It's just conjecture.
Because they weren't watching after their kid. Why were they out at 1 a.m.?
So if you're 17, you're as a parent, you're just on the hook for whatever that 17-year-old does. What a ridiculous legal argument.
At the liquor store at 17.
Hacked the 25-year-old clerk.
Right, because you never did any underage drinking back when you were 17, right, Jeremy? Of course not.
Well, no, he was drinking Robitussin and he was what is it called? Robo-tripping? Is that what Jeremy said?
Refusing to sell him a tobacco product because he wasn't old enough.
Lose his life for doing his job. Tragedy.
He's a baby. He hasn't even lived.
Police say the victim's family.
He didn't do nothing. He's a good boy.
I love how he keeps playing this. Like, he's just repeating it, where it's like everyone in the local community, everyone at the local reporter saw totally condemned this guy's actions, and Jeremy just has no commentary because they're not the we didn't do nothing crowd.
Its camera saw the suspect run away and called for help immediately, but it was too late. Investigators say the suspect surrendered to police hours later after a standoff.
And of course, he'll be out. The thing is he'll be out. He'll be out.
Oh, I guarantee you that Jeremy has tried lean. I guarantee you 100%.
You're on the air, Jeremy.
That poor 25-year-old is always going to be dead.
No shit, Jeremy.
This guy will be out in 10 years.
How do you know that? How do you know that? It said it was San Antonio. Is San Antonio really that liberal of a jurisdiction? Where murder gets 10 years? And it looks like a slam dunk case.
It was a sudden moment of passion. He had no choice. Slavery and
yeah, Jeremy actually is mad about the verdict in Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, because he wants him to get away with it so that people can go crazy and he can make a bunch of grifting money about it. Like Jeremy actually wants to, like, this is the really sad, like the honestly sad thing about Jeremy is that he wants the world to be a worse place because he'll make more money. That's all he cares about. Like he wants the worst thing to happen politically so that he can grift off of like, we're on the losing side. He wants all of these criminals to get away because then he can talk about the injustice and make money. But that's the only thing he cares about. It's really pathetic. Like Jeremy does not understand the idea of that the world becomes a better place when people plant trees that they'll never see the shade of, you know? He just thinks about how he can get his bag. That's all he fucking cares about. He's one of the most selfish people that I've perhaps ever seen. He really is pathetic.
But not.
Oh my God, Jeremy, this is embarrassing. This is your white grift?
Where are you going? Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Look, they're rushing it up and fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed, they don't care.
What did you have at breakfast? I didn't have breakfast.
Embarrassing.
How about this individual, John Harrison Ford? This just happened.
I certainly didn't eat anything at the stripper buffet breakfast.
Now passed away. A future scientist took the life of a white mother in
This guy is so cucked, he can't even read the words Black Savage. Just read it, Jeremy. If you're going to...
Wait, is that true?
If you're going to go into the race hustle grift, he can't even say those words. He's so cucked. Just read...
Wait, okay, so the post says, black 18-year-old thug. What did Jeremy say?
If you're going to go into the race...
A future scientist took the life of a white mother in...
This guy is so cucked.
Oh, no, Black Savage Murderers, so he changed that to future scientist.
He can't even read the words Black Savage. Just read it, Jeremy. If you're going to go into the race hustle grift, he can't even say those words. He's so cucked. Just read the article. If you're going to go down this road, you're going to have to say a lot stronger language than that if you're going to make it.
Old blood. A loving Indiana mom, Jean Gregg, lost her life after an 18-year-old young man.
He won't even say the word thug. He won't even say the word thug, guys. This guy's a cuck. Just say the word thug. It's not even a swear word. It's not even a slur.
And he's on Rumble too. Like that's the craziest thing about this. Like he has the opportunity. Well, I guess this is his video on the quartering, so it's like he can't actually say it. But you think he would just say one naughty word, or at least try and sneak it in. Like that's the fun part about these things is when you sneak in the naughty words in like funny ways, right? Like if I say Jeremy can't spend any money because he's so niggardly, like that, like, you know, like because he's a thrifty character, okay? But he's too much of a cuck. He's worrying about that yellow tick on YouTube.
Sir, you're doing race grifting politics and you won't say the word thug, Jeremy? What are you scared of? You're scared of losing...
Yeah, the dog whistles are the funnest part.
Sponsors, aren't you? You're scared of getting thrown off of Amazon. You're scared of the ADL. You're scared of the NAACP. But you won't say the word thug. So you're going to go in your typical ignorant half measure, and you're going to get really fucked because you have no idea the smoke that's coming your way.
During a Facebook marketplace robbery. This is why we meet up.
By the way, I have a liberal friend, and I would actually use the word niggardly around him quite often. Anytime he didn't pay for anything, I would just say that, and he would get so fucking mad. And he was like, "I know what that word means, but I know that you're only saying that because you know it pisses me off." And I was like, "Well, yeah." Oh, good times, good times. Can't say it in chat. You know, you have to use it. You're not spelling it correctly. I saw you have to look it up how to spell it.
Police stations, folks.
Oh, come on. Jeremy, you live in rural fucking Wisconsin. Wasn't that the other day that you were talking about people with your arcade cabinets were coming to your house to pick them up? Give me a break.
This is why if you're going to
dead air
sell anything, make sure you figure out who they are. You know,
people make fake profiles all.
Hey, I have cringe friends and base friends. I think that you need some cringe friends in your life. I think you need to balance things out.
The time, Jeremy.
Be armed. John Harrison Ford.
Do you own a gun, Jeremy?
See, this guy
You just
got
had
away
somebody
with
over
it.
at your house. Live in fear. That's the message. Just live in constant fear. Don't meet anybody. Don't sell anything. Don't talk to anybody. Just live your whole life in
Zero
fear.
mercy, taking her life in front of her family.
You won't even say the word executed. Jeremy.
Over something shiny.
Jeremy,
another day, another predator.
He won't say the word black. Jeremy, you're doing
He another day, another black predator turning. It's true. He won't even say the word. Now I'm going to be. Oops. Hold on, Jack. I'll be back in like 30 seconds, 1 minute. Quick bathroom break. Then we'll get through the rest of this video. I'll give you a quick intermission, tax free. Be right back. Don't go anywhere, chat.
Did you hear me? It is tax-free. My Zannies, my hookers, my super chats too. Hit that button, cause every single super chat I got it tax-free. Tax-free. Take out your pill bottles, shake your pills, shake your pills, because it's gonna be tax-free. 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 Tell your wickers that we got it. Tax-free in my little tin shack. Cats flying in tornadoes. Gun flopping up and down. Let's get the guns out. Gun, 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 gun. Shake it around when it's tax-free. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. It's a tip, so it's tax-free. But wiggle. You best not fold the bullshit, because these super chats, they all tax-free. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yo, Faith, don't make me say it. Squeeze. Child support, Faith, it's tax-free. Compass Sneed, cause it's tax-free. That's right, bitch. Now kiss my Gucci hat. I said kiss it. It's authentic, bitch. It's time to gun out. Shake your gun like you mean it. Squeeze. Welcome to the kill street. This song. Wiggle, wiggle. What you mean I'm drunk? I'm sober, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Maybe one more. So take out your pill bottles and shake your pills, and wiggle, 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 wiggle.
All right. In the intermission, I checked my emails. I got a sponsorship offer. I'm not even joking. This is a fucking Chinese company. It's not even for this channel. And they're offering me an illustrious... Just look at the fucking thing yourself. Not even joking. What is this? Hello, this is Alen from NetEase Udo. We are currently working on upcoming consumer electronics campaign scheduled for CuckTech, scheduled for August 2026. What the fuck is this? CuckTech is a consumer electronics brand specializing in mobile charging products such as power banks, fast chargers. Brand CuckTech. No, I'm not gonna take the offer. I'm not even joking. Look, chat. This is real. This is real. This is real. Oh my goodness, the greasy cell phone. I'm getting exposed. Shit, it's the light, chat. You don't understand. My fingers aren't that greasy. All right, let's get back into the video. CuckTech? No, I'm not taking that offer.
A race hustle grift that is anti-black.
It's
and you won't say the word black?
Turning a simple sale into a nightmare for white Americans trying to live normally. Enough is enough. Stop trusting these folks. This post read. Meet in public.
Stop trusting these animals. Read it, Jeremy. Stop being a cuck.
At police stations only, or don't meet at all.
I want to show you there. You see him facing two.
Like, imagine having the audacity to not being able to say black thugs or violent criminals, black predators, in a video that's titled like Race War Now or something.
Charges. Now we can say he's facing those charges.
So now he just lets the local news story
These are
play.
not preliminary. He was just...
This is the content, guys. You excited about the content?
And this happened Wednesday.
Oh no. Luther Morgan is subscribed to Kirsha. He's a VTuber enjoyer.
Night in the 2600 block of MacArthur Avenue. We took you there on scene. You see it here. According to police, video shows the teen shooting the woman, who is still in critical condition tonight.
She passed away. Update, she's dead.
What a crass way to say that too. Like usually when you're like they have the news anchor and he's covering like the tragedy or whatever, they say, you know, unfortunately the mother lost her life, or you know, the mother succumbed to her injuries and passed away, or something like that, or a woman is now deceased.
Yeah, people of crime, the POCs.
Oh, she's dead.
She didn't survive.
Just annoying.
Private. She was trying to protect her family.
Disturbing report from this probable cause affidavit. It goes into detail here. Police say she was shot in the head, and this came after the victim's son was trying to sell a watch to the suspect.
The son told police Ford then brandished a gun, telling him he needed that watch and tried snatching him. That's when the victim, the son's mother, got
I think there's Fireball in that mug, in that tumbler.
in between the two and shot.
The mother was she died protecting her son.
Jeremy, he changed his screen. You see the light changes on his face. I don't know if Luther saw this. You see the lighting on his face. Right here, his face is illuminated. He changed screens because he's looking for something to read. He's looking at a script or something. This is pre-prepared outrage that he's trying to do, or he's looking at Grok, where it's like Grok has written a script from him. That's what's happening here.
She died protecting her son.
Or he's changing to the moderation tab of Rumble to ban people or to check his YouTube views. Like he does that sometimes. Oh, sorry, not the Rumble views, the Rumble like bar and things like that. But he changed the tab there. Why would you change the tab in the middle of a sentence unless you're looking for something to read or to ban someone in chat?
You're on the air, Jeremy.
That's what it was.
For Jeremy, obviously.
You're on the air. Jeremy, you're on the air, sir. Nice.
Now charges have been
nice sniff right into the microphone, Jeremy.
Upgraded after the woman has now passed away in South Bend. All over what? A $50 watch? You're not selling rollies on Facebook Marketplace, I guarantee that.
Unlike Jeremy, who is selling all of his Rolexes on Facebook Market Price, and all must go 80% off, 90% off with crazy Jeremy's Rolex watch blowout sale.
Rollies, I'm guessing he means Rolex watches.
So this guy was like, hey, you know what?
So we listened to the local news story on video, and now Jeremy has to read the article. He's literally stretching it out. He's just repeating the same shit, almost word for word, which was in the local news segment.
I don't care if I
There's actually a really funny clip that Luther could have included here where Jeremy admits that he stretches out articles to 10 minutes.
have to go to prison for the rest of my life. And there are those in the culture.
Which culture, Jeremy?
That will mourn this, that will say,
but there's no proof of that. I know what he's talking about, right? Like you always see like, oh, this, young adult black male committed this crime, and then they pan over to the family, and then the family has their, quote unquote, didn't do nothing speech. But that isn't the case on these crimes. So he's taking stuff from other things and transfixing it in this. Both this and the other one, the killer was caught in like a day or two, and he's already in jail. Like
it's because Jeremy's just thinking about like the talking points that he has to hit that like resonate with all of these people.
There's nothing to complain about as far as like the justice system not working.
Oh my God.
Because if the justice system works, if people commit crimes and then they get arrested, go to jail for a very long time or for a fair sentence, there's nothing to grift off of. There's nothing to complain about.
Sure, it happened again. Another one of our babies. I could dedicate a video to this every day, bringing up a half dozen of these individuals.
Look, you know how
Why don't you, Jeremy? Why don't you?
Well, have probably the same upbringing, the same morals, the same fatherless homes.
He really is like that ignorant guy from 12 Angry Men. It's just, oh, they're all the same. They're all just scum. They're all just poor. They're all just this. Like,
I'm going to expose my ignorance here. Is there a new version of 12 Angry Men? I thought there was a colored movie. Like, is 12 Angry Men just in black and white? I haven't seen it.
Jeremy, this is the level of commentary that we get.
The same. He's 18. His life is over, and this woman who is 40, who probably didn't even want her son to sell this thing on Facebook Marketplace.
How the fuck do you know that?
Probably didn't even want her son getting involved with it once they saw the profile picture.
Oh, because it was a black guy on the profile picture. Why don't you just say that, Jeremy? If you're gonna be racist, just own it. Just own being a racist, Jeremy. You don't sell things to black people on Facebook Marketplace, do you? Not that there's any black people that live in rural Wisconsin anyway.
Now she had to, in shielding her son, lost her life over a watch.
Yeah, we got it.
Over a $20 watch.
Well, they never said what the value of the watch was, but I'm guessing it wasn't expensive.
Placed on the porch of their home, actually. Okay, so you let this guy show up at your house.
Well, he probably didn't look like the mugshot. And people can also use fake Facebook profiles. Happens all the time, Jeremy.
I tell you what, when people...
Or a Facebook profile, there's no photo.
When I sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, I'm looking them up. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. I'm looking them up.
Yeah, because you're a neurotic home.
Sounds like a good place to move to. Well, apparently there's some houses that are going to be up for sale soon, so you actually have the opportunity to do so.
Homebody that just stays home all day, who lives in fear every single day, even though they're like a 6'5", 300+ pound man.
Sure, who they are. I'm looking. I don't sell to people who have zero feedback. None of that. Again,
aren't you ready to live in fear? I'm living in fear. You know, all the white wine moms out in suburbia, aren't you living in fear? And now he's just reading it.
And like, if Jeremy really was in fear of this, he wouldn't have sold his rifle. Like, imagine being an American and giving up your guns voluntarily because your $7,000 rifle is too expensive. You never fight at the range one fucking time. How pathetic. How cucked. How beta. Bitch made. Unbelievable. I wish I could. Actually, there is a UK guy that lives in Japan and has a hunting license, and he goes around hunting bears. That's pretty. It's hard to get a license, but you can do it. Maybe I should do that. Bear hunting sounds like a pretty based profession. Although the Japanese governments are very niggardly when it comes to giving out the money for bear hunting, because they only give you like $20 a day per bear. It's like pretty shit. In fact, there's actually like a fight between the bear hunters and this like town because they're not paying enough money to them, to the hunters. But I have tasted bear meat before in Japan. It's all right. I wouldn't go out of my way for it, but
again. So this is the third time we're gonna watch him go through this story.
And when I say bear hunter, I'm not talking about Jeremy going down to Chippendales, by the way. I'm talking about the actual animals. There's like too many bears are taking over Japan. There's actually a problem in Japan is that unironically, Japanese bears are smarter than the average bear. One was actually just caught in fucking Tokyo University recently. But they are getting smarter. And like, for some reason, Japanese bears have like a history of hunting people. It's like a very, very strange thing that they have.
Same like 10 bullet points. It's the same 10 bullet points. So he watched.
Bears are brown or black. You have to go north. You have to go north to find the white bears. You know, actually, even polar bears have black skin. They just have hollow fur that makes their fur look white because it reflects the light or something.
Watches a local news story. He reads the article of the local news story, and then he just reads some guy's tweet about it.
After he was running away. So he had left the scene. He was clear of it all. And then he still fired at the mother and the son.
How do you know that? Like, this is just some random guy on Twitter. Like, this is a totally unverified source. Is this a local news story? Is this a police report? Is this like a police press conference? Like, is this court documents? This is just some asshole on Twitter, and you're just reading the tweet and you're taking it as 100% fact.
Then he ditched the weapon and ran.
Yeah, most murderers leave the murder scene, Jeremy, and they leave in a hurry.
Hey, look, Kick's moderation is pretty wild. It's got an auto... You have to be smart, though. That's the fun part about the quick moderation. You have to figure out how you can get the words past, okay? If you use Australian English, upside down characters, it works.
Then from a Facebook...
Is he gonna play the news story again?
Cool.
Marketplace deal gone wrong.
So 18-year-old John Harrison...
No, it's not a Facebook Marketplace deal that went wrong. It's society that has gone wrong.
Okay, he can't even get his talking points right.
So this
it's not
person
society
got
that's
one
gone wrong.
through. See?
It's this individual
That's ways to
bad
do it.
actor that has gone wrong, and he murdered somebody, and he's been arrested, and it sounds like he's already in jail, and they have it on video, so it sounds like, you know, justice will be served in this case. So society is working correctly. It's this individual that's not working correctly, and you have to hold these individuals responsible. He can't even get his...
Ford is charged with 2 counts of attempted...
I mean, what are we even doing here? Oh, but
this is like the first time.
Is this guy A-Log and Jeremy are just defending noble black people in America? Now, what he's pointing out is that Jeremy is trying to appeal to racial tensions without actually having any balls or being a brave or anything. Because he's like, race war now, but then he won't say like super predators or like black thugs or anything like that. So he's just pointing out that Jeremy is a cuck. Now, the problem is if you defend, like, if I criticize Jeremy for this, it's like, well, you just love those youths, eh? It's like, no, it's just like I'm pointing out that he's a retard. It's like, this happens to me a lot on Twitter, actually, because there's so many people that lie about Japan, and I just point out that they're lying, and they're like, well, I guess you just love Islam. I'm like, no, I think it's like a pedophile death cult. I just think you don't have to lie about it. Like, don't you know there's 200 mosques in Tokyo? No, there isn't. There's like 10. Well, that's 10 too many. I'm like, yeah, okay, but why are you making shit up?
That he's ever heard of like somebody getting murdered over a watch. It's like, have you never watched the news before? Like, you don't know about...
Japan is 30% Indian now. That's not true. I think there's less. I think there's 40,000 Indians in Japan or something. It's like 50,000 or something. 50,000 too many. Unironically, like people, like Japanese people, like Japanese netizens are like fucking crazy. You could just be doing anything and you get like uploaded to Twitter in Japan. It's over. Like you're putting on sunscreen on the train. They just take a photo of you and they're just like, these fucking gaijin just keep putting on sunscreen on the train. I saw a picture today where it's like, there's some Indonesians that were taking their daughter on a bus and it's just like, the post was actually unhinged. It's just like, look at these Indonesians. Are they unemployed? What are they doing taking the bus during the middle of the day? Fucking get out of like it's just like crazy shit. Deport everyone. Like, but I'm an immigrant in Japan too. So like, I mean, I'm not an immigrant. I just work here. I don't think I'll live here forever, but I'm here for now. This is the problem. This is the problem. Is like I can't criticize it without for someone just saying, "Oh, that sounds actually pretty based, honestly." But they're actually just retarded.
Like murder, Jeremy?
By the way, to go back to the San Antonio teen to follow up on his
Like you can't be this sheltered.
charges. Sorry, I meant this.
Like I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, for an example. I'll show it. I gotta show you. And I know someone on channel just say like base and probably follow that account. Where is it? Give me the it'll only take a second, but this is a very funny. This is the sort of stuff that I want to see on Japanese Twitter that Jeremy can appreciate. Like these delicious like mushrooms. Because you know the seasonal flavorings and everything. It's like this is the kind of unhinged nonsense you get from Japanese Twitter. Okay, so this is the photo. It's just an Indonesian family, okay? Indonesians, they wear a lot of burqas in Indonesia, okay? Or like niqab or whatever. I don't know what the fuck it is. But then it's just like a certain bus stop. Out with the family on a weekday afternoon. Don't you have a job with 2 kids, no less? Family outing, question mark? Did you have them after getting the childbirth lump sum grant in Japan? And this is in the countryside too. This sense of despair. This is translated. It's auto Twitter translated from Japanese, okay? But it's just like, this is just fucking unhinged. This person, I fucking knew what happened. It's just a family taking the bus. They're just like, you can't be brown and take the bus in Japan without people telling you get the fuck out. Based haiku. I knew the chat was going to say this. I knew this was a losing battle. Based Japan. It's like 100% people against me. Like, okay, if you guys want to go follow this person, it's Koto Noto on Twitter. Okay, it's some Japanese LARP account where this person is actually unhinged though. You can tell by the anime characters, but I think I was like I had a quick look what they were like posting. They're just doing like sneaky photos of people. Here's another one. Oh my goodness, the workers. Oh, there's people sitting around. What's this one? Oh no, people sitting down in public. Oh no, this one is a pretty crazy one actually. I think. What, this person blocked me? Wait, what the fuck? They blocked me already? I only sent one message to them. What the damn it? Damn it. I wanted this got 20,000 likes. The Indonesian family taking the bus. Don't you have a fucking job taking the bus? Oh no. All I said to them was bold of you to ask if they're unemployed when you're mad at people using the bus. That was like an instant block too. Like holy shit. Anyway, I know I can tell that I'm losing points here to the chat, so I gotta go back and just losing my chud points. But that person is taking pictures of random people in public all the fucking time, and they're just commenting about them on Twitter. So that's what I'm talking about. Is you can't do anything in Japan without some weirdo taking a photo of you and just claiming that you're like breaking the law or something.
We're going back to the other story. We closed the book on that, Jeremy.
And the thing, wait, I'll go back to this for a second more. So they'll be like, "You're a Muslim." Like people will actually say this to me. They're like, "You're a Muslim sympathizer," and I'll say that Islam is like a death pedo cult or some shit, and they're like, "It's Takia. You're allowed to lie or something." I'm like, "Fuck." How do you talk to these? It's just like every time you have a thing, like, no, you're allowed to lie or something. What is it called? Taquitos. Burrito, I don't know. Like apparently Islam people could just fucking lie or something. So every time I make fun of Islam, they just think that I'm lying about that. Yeah, Takaya or something. I guess you got me. Oh, it's so frustrating. It's so fucking muzzy. Yeah. That's actually really funny. A meme copium. Yeah, I'm just lying, obviously. Free taquitos.
What you got your tabs out of order, so we have to sit through another fucking reading of an article.
1 a.m. or 11 p.m. I forget, it was 11 or 1 on a weeknight.
You can't win, shit. You can't.
Why?
Win. And if you just pin a post saying "fuck Islam" or something, and then get 1,000 likes like Jeremy,
because that's what stupid teenagers
By
do.
the way,
Jeremy
this was a coworker said Davis was also
that was
a
the
frequent customer who had been known to steal. Well, then he wasn't a customer, was he? He wasn't paying for things. You have to pay for things to be a customer.
Well, technically, if you went in there 2 times, one time you bought something, one time you stole, you're technically a customer because you did buy something there at some point.
Well, for members of his community,
if you want to play semantic games about it, bish.
Community grieving, a handwritten sign posted on the front door announced that the business would remain closed and that a vigil will be held.
And by the way, this isn't me cutting off. Okay, fine. He finally scrolled down.
His passing.
So we're just reading an article. Jeremy, we already covered this fucking story. There's nothing else that we can do. A clerk working a job, working a convenience store, got killed in a robbery. This happens every single day in America. And this is like the first time you've ever heard about it. It's like, give me a break. Like, where do you live?
$1,000 bond, which is
I know
actually
where it lives,
nothing.
but I can't
It's 50
say it.
grand if you can get a bail bondsman.
Well, you think this guy has $50,000? A 17-year-old has $50,000, Jeremy?
well, like with a bail bondsman, you'd need about 10%, right? So you need to have $5,000. But that's pretty tricky for a 17-year-old to get $5,000. Like most Americans don't have $500 in the bank, apparently.
Are you insane? And what you have to also pay for a bail bondsman. Is that bail bondsman going? So he skips bond. Okay.
Imagine Tupac on YouTube. One of my favorite Chappelle Show skits is the new Tupac song. That's so fucking funny. I'd love to play it, but we can't do it. I'll tell you what. We'll play it really briefly on Kick after we finish this after you finish the Jeremy stuff. If you remind me, the new Tupac. That's a fucking great fucking clip.
Okay, so you go to jail.
And what kind of charges will he actually get? How about this individual?
What do you mean? What actual charges? You're the news reporter. How about you tell us? Like, this is an unfolding story. Maybe he hasn't been charged yet, or maybe he's been charged. Why don't you look it up?
Individual.
Instead of just assuming it. Look right there. It says charged with murder. Right there. It says charged with murder.
The charge, officer. What is the charge? Stabbing a white person?
One. Is this a fourth one?
Is this another one where he can't read?
I mean, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here? This is his new stunlock phrase.
And no, it's not a skin color thing. It's a culture thing. It's a culture thing. These people grow up.
These people
thinking that their lives are worthless. Their parents tell them their life is worthless.
Which these people, Jeremy?
Their parents tell them that they can't accomplish anything in life unless they take it. The parents tell them that there's this invisible hand of a white man holding them down at every turn.
So it's black people, Jeremy, is what you're talking about.
Well, I wouldn't call them people, but
much of a coward to actually say what you're talking about because you live this sanitized cuck lifestyle. It's like you're also on Rumble. It's like you could say whatever you want. There's all kinds of racist shit on Rumble. Just say it.
You want
if this is the road you want to go down, you want to be the race hustler, race war guy. Okay, talking about black fatigue, you're going to step on toes. You can't half measure this.
Yeah, apparently Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, resigned today. I'm not too locked in with the UK politics. Maybe you can check out the kill stream for that, actually. Isn't Ralph interested in UK politics for some reason?
$99 backwoods, you take somebody's life over it. You take.
So what's insane? He's like creating this entire scenario where this guy's kid or this guy's parents or parent told him to commit crimes. Do you have any proof of that, Jeremy? Or is this going to be defamation against this person's parent or parents?
Take what you want.
Suffer Keir Starmer. You know, the funny thing is we're talking about Japan again. Keir Starmer invited Takaichi to go to the UK and stay at his castle or something, or I guess like the UK's prime minister's residence. Maybe he doesn't own it, but she declined to go because she wasn't allowed to smoke cigarettes and didn't want to speak English.
Little boy, because a white man ain't gonna give it to you.
Oh no, he really wanted to do ebonics right there. Dead air. You're on the air, Jeremy.
That's
he's looking at his fucking phone. Really?
That's what has to be going through their minds, right?
How do you know that?
How about this guy?
Well, Jeremy knows what's going through the mind of a black man because he's spiritually black. Like on all levels except physical, he is black.
Oh yeah, he didn't want to read the first line.
15 years old. Him and his buddy took the life of a hardworking pizza delivery driver like it was nothing. The victim
he doesn't even want to say robbed and gunned down. This is how cucked this man is. He will bring it up and he will show it, but he's too much of a coward to actually read it.
Trying to earn a living. when he lost his life over pizza and a few bucks. How much cash could a pizza
Apparently
delivery driver
people are saying he's spiritually Indian. Okay.
even really have?
He's a
Well,
scammer.
I mean, when I was a pizza delivery driver, maybe at the end of your night, maybe 200, 300 bucks. I mean, 300 bucks if you have a big order. I mean, you always leave the store with at least $50 in change. So you rob a pizza guy, you're guaranteed to get 50 bucks. At least that's the way it was when I was in college. Although that was a
Luther Morgan says, if he was black, he'd have multiple baby mamas. Jera's childless. That's pretty low. It's very funny, though. He's childless. He's 44. His boys can't swim. He was looking up fertility treatments and got exposed on his live stream.
very long time ago. Although, as we will see, this story is also from a long time ago because Jeremy was too goddamn lazy to fact check it. But we'll let it play out.
Does anyone even still pay cash for pizza?
I mean, a lot of people pay tip in cash.
15. In court, the kid's own family took the stand and spun pathetic.
This guy won't say black killer. Jeremy, you're doing a white race hustle grift.
Lies, pointing fingers at everyone but their little criminal. Selfies with the weapons hours before the hit, hiding
He
weapons.
doesn't even say guns. He says selfies with guns. He's here's the thing. Is it Jeremy saying guns or blacks or predators or things because he's so terrified about the yellow tick on YouTube? Like, he talks about how much money he makes on YouTube and how many views he gets, but like all of his views are coming from shorts, and a lot of his content gets demonetized, which is very funny. It's not funny what happens to me, but it's funny what happens to him. So anything that he looks at, gun, you can't say gun on YouTube. So he says weapons. It's so pathetic. It's so money-brained.
It's like cowards, no excuses, pure evil from a failed home. Justice is hard, hits hard, life in prison for this individual.
Won't even say the word predator.
But again, a pizza delivery driver.
Shorts is the biggest waste of time for a YouTube creator. Well, if you're getting a lot of views, they're actually quite good. But one sneaky thing you can do is just steal people's content. And then they're actually very profitable because there's like 10-second investment in time and perhaps a $100 payout if you're getting like 1 million views on them.
Are you making this up to try to help your brother?
No.
Prosecutors say
Oh, white boy, of course. Of course.
after Papa John's delivery driver Shane Varnador was murdered.
I mean, he might be
Of course the delivery guy was white. He had a job.
Hispanic. You know, I don't know. Maybe he should.
Malik Buckley told investigators his younger brother, 14-year-old Reginald Lofton, and friend Jermaine Young woke him up, giving details of the crime. But on Wednesday, Buckley told jurors only Young.
I'm not pro YouTube demonetization. I just think it's very funny. It's like I'm not pro people dying, but then when I see someone that I don't like die, I have a bit of a giggle, right?
Young talked to him.
Second, did he tell you that during the lick, the pizza man flinched on him and the gun went off and he shot him?
Yes.
Oh, the man you were shoving a weapon in the face of panicked and made a sudden movement, and so he had to die. I get it. I get it, guys.
Aren't you outraged, guys? Aren't you outraged and afraid? Are you ready to give me money now that I've whipped you up into a frenzy?
This is obviously he had to die. There is no other scenario, or you could have not been robbing a pizza man.
Prosecutors admit they aren't.
Yeah, you could just be robbing YouTube creators instead, like Jeremy. It's a victimless crime.
Sure who actually shot and killed Varnador, but they believe both the
Just another white guy getting mowed down by the culture.
What's going on here?
You know, just another day.
I'm trying to tell you. You're making a big mistake, you people.
Just another
This kid's a
day.
liar. I know it. I know
He's
all
looking
about
at his
him.
phone, just lazily looking at his phone.
I wish it was pizza day. It's Monday.
At 15.
And 21-year-old Young
Jeremy's trying to show emotions. It's not working for him, though.
committed the planned robbery together.
And I said, Reginald, did you hear that gunshot? He said, no, I had my headphones on.
Jurors also got their first
Oh, look at that. Well, would you looky.
glance at these pictures of the defendant.
Like, this is supposed to be like a somber news story about an innocent pizza man who lost
This reminds me, though, there's like, hold on a second. This reminds me of a very funny legendary post. Let me see if I can find this one real quick. I think some people in the chat probably know what I'm talking about. Shit, I can't find it. There's like a news article where there's like a guy there's like a black guy holding a gun and he's like shirtless in the bathroom. And it's like it was about a murder story or something, and someone commented on the picture of the news station saying like, why'd you have to show a picture of him holding a gun like this? And it's like it was his Facebook profile picture. Oh, that was too good.
Life, and there's like, you know, a thug and obviously a wannabe thug, a wannabe gangster. It was probably his first robbery, and then he shot and killed this man. Now, of course, you shoot and kill somebody, you should go to jail for a very long time. But you know, just the gravity of the situation and hearing Jeremy flippantly talk about it, it's just disgusting to me.
Holding a gun, prosecutors believe might have been the murder weapon. One picture was taken just 6 hours before the killing. Earlier, a crime scene investigator described her unusual discovery in the family's pantry.
Yeah, Jeremy's 44.
He's in the Aunt Jemima.
And Melanie Mack is 1 month younger than I am, which is pretty crazy.
Yes, I did.
She's old, but I'm still very youthful.
He adamantly denied that he was the person that had done that. Correct. He denied it, yes.
I mean, now these other incidents I talked about happened very recently. I don't know how old this video.
Yeah, so this is the part where Jeremy realized, because it was at the very end of the trial, that this wasn't an old news story. So if you actually look that up, this is from 2016, guys. So
now wait a minute, Jeremy digging up 10-year-old news stories and pretending to be outraged by them?
if Jeremy Hambly had actually done his freaking research, it's Gwinnett County government, so an actual source, 2 arrests and pizza delivery homicide. This is from March of 2016, okay? And then if you actually look at the sentencing, so this is the Papa John's delivery guy. Oh, I got an ad for Chicago steaks. That's funny. See my video on Chicago steaks.
Luther Morgan exposed. He bought the steaks. He bought dump it. I knew that Luther was buying these $400 steaks. They're doing it's just research. I'm just buying them for research to see where the packaging comes. Just say you like the old people steaks, Luther. We know.
Anyway,
We know.
Reginald Lofton, so this is the 15-year-old, was found guilty on 2 felony counts, and then so he went to prison.
Look at these steaks. They used to be $400, but now they're only
for the rest of his life.
$300.
Okay, he's sentenced to life in jail. So the system is working correctly. And the other guy, the 21-year-old, he was also sentenced to murder, convicted of murder, and then he tried to appeal it. But he also went to jail for a very, very long time. The jury found him guilty on all counts and life in prison without.
Luther says this is slander. I've never bought drop shipped steak. I wish I could drop ship steak. Actually, I can drop ship steak. That's kind of hard to say. Shit. There's a guy in Japan called the Meat Guy, and he just has all the meat in Japan. And if I want to buy meat, I have to go to the meatguy.com because Japanese people don't serve steak. Not even joking. This is real. This is a real site. If I search for, look, it's the meatguy.jp, not sponsored. But if I unironically want to go and buy like grass-fed filet mignon, it's going to like it's cheaper than that other thing. Like this is actually good prices for meat. Like 2,000 yen for some grass-fed beef ribeye steak. This is making me really hungry. Fuck. Damn it. I think you can buy like crocodile hands of this on the site too. Roasted turkey for 11,000 yen. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. This is why I'm always eating fucking rice. Can't afford to eat meat in Japan. 5,000 yen for 350 grams? That's like $30, I guess. That's actually pretty good. No one cares about the Japan's meat segment. All right, fine. Fuck.
Possibility of parole. Okay? This is a case from 2016. The appeal is already over. The appeal was in 2020. So Jeremy's late.
Wait a second. This is not necessary. No one cares about Japan, you slanty-eyed lizard. What is this supposed to mean? I don't have slant. I've got round eyes. Surely. You know, by the way, this is actually all right. One more fact about Japan. You know how people do like the Asian eyes to like be offensive? They unironically do wide eye in Japan. Like if they see a white person walking, so sometimes kids will, like when I was teaching a long time ago, kids would actually do like, oh, look, it's wide eye. Look at him. Like, so actually it's just what I'm saying is it's okay to do the Asian eye because they do it to us too. Okay. Everybody gets their turn doing the funny eye jokes. Okay. Also, you know what's really crazy is that Chinese people and Japanese people will do this to each other as well. They do the like, Chinese, Japanese. They'll actually do that to each other. They look the same. They look exactly the fucking same. And they'll both be doing like, oh, your eyes are small. So it's like, actually, the funniest thing is like the racism between Asians have for other Asians. So I guess it makes sense that I was showing the Indonesian people getting on the bus for being like. Anyway, that's all I'm saying is like the most racist people are Asians. That's why I live in Asia because I had to be with my kind. Okay.
To this party by 10 years, but he's presenting the story as if it
it's
happened
universal.
last week.
Yes,
It
it's
is. Obviously,
universal.
people are reposting this stuff.
Yeah, and you got fooled, Jeremy.
But like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing
Exactly.
here?
Divided by race,
Just
united by
murderers
racism.
behind bars. Just what are we doing here?
Like,
hey, look, the funniest thing about racism is if you've ever seen a poll from 4chan Meetup, it's one of the most ethnically diverse groups you'll ever see. If you see like a Western video game developers, it's all like white women. But if you see one poll Meetup, you've got like Brazilians who think they're white, and then a bunch of brown people.
I can't fix this.
Nobody can fix
The
this.
Argentinians
Jeremy. There's
think
always
they're
some
white
level
too.
of criminality in any society.
I wouldn't even know where to begin, but the community can. The culture can. The question is, do they want to? I hope you're informed by this.
So it's black people's fault that they didn't raise this kid correctly? Is that what we're supposed to take away from this? So it
yes.
Plays the outro music. We'll just let it go for a little bit, guys. And then of course you have this AI image of the quartering because he's obviously under 300 pounds.
Look at these thumbnails. Like, all black should leave. Jury is terrified.
Image. So obviously an AI image. That's the only way they
All right. There's a little bit extra in here. Hold on. What is Luther going to talk about?
probably
here?
fit in between
Like
the
a
two
minute left in this
thumbnail
video.
videos. But anyway, I mean, this is quite disgusting. This is quite distasteful. And Jeremy has no idea the deep water that he's wading into with this race politics, race grifter shit. I mean, I've done so many of these Jeremy grift videos. His campaign finance grift, his charity stuff, his fake like cash in the coffee brand coffee boxes grift, his like counterfeit Kona coffee. We talked about that in Coffee Part 5. You know, the cookbooks. Like we've gone through a lot of stuff. Okay, this might be the most disgusting and distasteful grift of all because this is really what Jeremy Hambly.
I defend immigrants because I don't want to be kicked out. No, that's actually not true. I just think it's silly when people make up these like wild allegations about things. Like Islam is so much shit wrong with it. You don't need to make up lies about it. Is my point. Okay.
He wants black people to go out and kill white people.
Entirely
so
selfish
he can talk
motive.
about
It's
it
not
on his
true.
show and make money. That's what he's doing. And by using these inflammatory and yellow journalism, race wars are coming. This is what he wants. This is what he's going to turn the channel over to. We'll see how it plays out in the next couple of weeks. If he's going to continue to do this, where he just scrapes the internet for, black teen kills white person, and then he's going to make a video about it. He can grift it. He can get, 100,000 views, and he can keep Carmelo Anthony going. That's really what he wants. He wants another Carmelo Anthony trial. That's why he was scraping the internet looking for this. And this is disgusting. And it should be called.
All right.
Like,
So what's
this is
this extra segment at the end we've got on here?
Problem with Jeremy and how he gets news stories is he just scrapes Twitter. He just scrapes social media. It's like, well, if you know anything about the algorithm, you know that this algorithm just continues to show you stuff that you want or hyper negative stuff. And that way you keep clicking and you keep scrolling and you keep engaging. It doesn't care if the information that it shows you is balanced. It doesn't care if the information that it shows you is reasonable or fact check or anything. That's how he got fooled by that news story that was 10 years old. So it's also a cautionary tale and just trusting the algorithm and, surrendering your thinking and your critical thinking to the algorithm. Don't do it. Don't be a Jeremy.
I mean, that's good advice. That's good advice. All right. So something a little bit less serious. That's Luther Morgan, by the way. Check out his book, Lol Cows, on Amazon. I'll just show his channel real quickly. There you go. Luther the Writer on YouTube. He's pretty close to 10,000 subscribers. So this is a bit of an old one. This is from Stalin 19 from 10 days ago. So it's a bit of an older clip. But it's the Melanie Mac Returns, Clavicular, and the Story Boobs. I had this on my list to watch, but I kind of forgot about it. So I guess we'll wind down with something a little bit less serious. See what Jeremy and Mel are talking about here. But we'll watch this on 1.25 speed because it's getting towards the end of the stream.
Now, how are we feeling?
Much better. I'm feeling refreshed.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm good. I am good.
That's good.
All right, so Melanie's back and she's ready for action. So we're sure we're going to get some great commentary out of her.
I'm a little burnt out. It's been a long week. Lots of news, but that's okay. You don't complain. When it rains, it pours. It'd be nice if in this world that we live, there's just like a steady, slow drip of important news.
I think I've listened to this
That's
before.
not the way it works. It's like,
It's either like there's nothing or there's just like a ton of stuff all at once.
yeah.
I feel like maybe we have played this before. I don't know. I'm gonna let it play. But no, there's news happening 24 hours every day, Jeremy.
It's like
What he's talking about is his Twitter feed. His Twitter feed can't find anything.
For March and April, I was like, man, is it dry out there? And now I'm like building an ark because it's
dry like Jeremy's wife's pussy when she sees his tiny, disgusting penis, and that's why she has to go to the male strippers.
It's like every day. I have some clips. I've got, today is probably not going to be. I tried to find some funny clips.
What face was that? What is Melanie? Is Melanie drinking vodka out of a Kurumi mug? That's not like look at this. So first of all, she's got this this thing is everywhere right now in Japan. Like it's pretty big, I guess. Fucking Kurumi. But look at this sip.
I've got, today is probably not going to be.
Is that not like a vodka drink? Like, it's not water, surely.
Tried to find some funny clips. I asked X to send me some, and everyone just complained about me asking for clips. So I just said, forget it. Like, so it's fine. We're here. I'm happy to see you again. I'm happy that you're feeling better. Chat was not happy with me on Tuesday that you weren't here.
Oh
and,
no.
Yeah, so no days off.
Okay, I'm good now. That's the thing is like whenever because like I got a cold, but I didn't rest enough. Like I rested a little bit, but not
like
enough.
A week, right?
And so then it like
ago.
stuck around. Then it like came back worse. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna actually rest for a few days. And, be nothing but a goblin and sleep and watch anime.
Goblin.
So it's pretty great.
She's watching anime. Anime is soulless, Melanie Mac. I don't think the Lord likes it, according to what was his name? The guy, you know, the guy with the beard. Fuck, what is his name? It escapes me right now. The What Is Women guy. He said that anime is like demon spawn soulless shit. She's probably watching Goblin Slayer and daydreaming about, you know. Matt Walsh, exactly. Matt Walsh said that anime is full of evil. Evil. Now, she's actually a Yuri connoisseur, which is lesbian anime / manga, but she denies this now. I don't believe her. I think that she's a beard for her husband. And I think they're both doing it to kind of cover their tracks.
From the not feeling too good, but yeah.
I don't want to be that guy, Melanie. When you tell me you're just going to watch anime and play video games and that's you resting, I'm pretty sure that sounds like kind of a regular day for you.
That is true. That is true.
I mean,
well, like zero.
I mean, if you were being paid $500 a day to shop and say, yeah, that's crazy, I'm Tiger, you could spend the rest of the day getting high, getting drunk, and watching anime and playing video games.
Responsibilities.
Oh,
only rest.
Good.
Like, no.
Yeah. I get it. I like that. Everybody needs that every once in a while. So, you know, funny enough, this is pretty funny. You know, the guy that's made his whole career about, you don't hear much. Like, it was so funny. This like clavicular guy was such an op. Like,
I know.
He was everywhere and now he's nowhere. Like,
no, it's just a fad. Oh, was Israel behind Clavicula's rise? Is it a psyop?
Well, and too, he's popular on Kick, and I don't trust Kick numbers. Like,
okay, what the fuck? Don't besmirch the name of Kick when you're streaming on Rumble. That we know from Rumble that you can buy 100 viewers for $4, and they're like, no, Kick is the most honest. Like, YouTube is the most honest one, honestly. We're going to be telling the truth about it. But there's view bottings on every fucking platform. That's just
a lot of times, like, these people aren't actually as famous as they look because it's just Kick numbers, and Kick is notorious.
By the way, it's a very funny self-reports. Again, it's like sometimes these people aren't as famous as they think they are.
For bots, these people aren't actually as famous as they look because it's just Kick numbers, and Kick is notorious for bots. So it's like I don't really know.
And they use clipping services. So
exactly.
Like, there's a while there was like nonstop clips of Clavicular. I'm like, this guy's retarded. Like, what? Why is he popular? And then like, I think
because what are you talking about? Like, Jeremy's complaining that people were clipping Clavicular and making shorts out of him, which is just stealing shorts anyway. And you're talking about him as well. So like, how are you better than him? It's like, oh my goodness, these people, I saw him every fucking way. Anyway, let's talk about him too. That's the problem.
Ban that, or X started banning clip services.
Right.
Just disappeared. And,
yeah, I know. I don't think he's actually famous. I think he's just like a rich kid that just does stuff and has this illusion of fame.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But now, apparently he went from this and he thought he needed a nose job, which I don't know. His nose looks fine to me.
It looks fine.
Yeah, it looks fine. And then he went to this, which
it's
I don't know. Like,
it's not egregious, but it definitely made.
Nobody can fucking tell. Like this, nobody gives a shit to. This is one of the most gayest conversations. Oh, let's talk about Clavicula's nose. The funniest thing is Clavicula's reverse transformation, where he used to be jacked and now he's like a twink. He's like cured twink death or something. Like, he's actually aging backwards.
Made him look more feminine, especially if you
that
see
Brian Johnson guy is going to be reaching after him for tips.
the video. If you see the video of him, and like it's like. Okay, like look, he's almost looks like a pretty girl. Like there's
maybe
something
that's what he's going for.
I know, because
is that why Melanie Mac's interested in him? Because he looks like a pretty girl and that's her type?
Because when I watched it, I was like, my brain was telling me, oh, this is a pretty girl. Like, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? This is jarring.
That's a self-report.
Went from like like I don't know, yeah, I would say like a regular nose.
Yeah.
To like a nose that's too small for his face. And again,
I can't. There's no fucking difference. It's just lighting. You can't. No, I refuse to believe that anyone can tell a difference between these clavicular noses. Like, obviously, in this one, he's got like more lighting on his face, and he's like tilting his head forward or something. But like, if the actual comparison picture, nobody can fucking tell. Stop pretending.
I don't care.
Swollen. Like,
yeah,
he just had the surgery. When that thing, it's gonna be a tiny little cute girl nose.
little
Like,
anime nose. Yeah. And now he's like, he got emotional after realizing Dr. Miami ruined his nose forever and cost him his whole career.
I'm not fucking face blind. There's no fucking difference.
See, even look how his face just looks like a pretty girl. Like, I'm really confused.
Oh, he's so pretty. Is he gonna start crying? He can't stop looking at it.
I know.
And he's reading chat.
From the side, it looks more like a dude. But
It looks
still,
too
it looks
short.
It looks, yeah, it's confusing. I think it just doesn't match his face.
Yeah.
And
Does he
he's
actually say anything?
I'm not face blind. I can tell Asian faces apart. And that's like, look, being able to tell Asian faces, that's like the fucking Olympics of face differentiation, okay? Like, you guys in the chat, I know that you're all going to, like, you go over to fucking China or Japan or even just Chinatown or something. And you're like, oh, there's like 10 Jackie Chans here. And I could tell you all the differences in their faces, okay?
Here. Oh yeah, okay, way too small. Oh no.
it changed a lot.
He knows. No, he knows.
You're retarded.
It is too small.
It is, and that's with this swollen.
You and everyone in chat. He just turns on his chat.
Oh, this is bad.
No, it's funny to troll Clavicular for saying that he fucked up his face, though. Because he's going to end up the most bogged individual. Like, he's going to be, like, actually look like a Bogdanov at the end of all of this. But, like, nobody can tell the difference between his old nose and his new nose, and everyone's just trolling him, obviously.
Oh, no, it's all over. I mean, yeah, it looks like they shrunk it. Like, it went from a very normal...
No, these photos look different, but these are just terrible lighting. That's
That
the
was
thing.
way better before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you actually need to get, like, a proper comparison of the same lighting to be able to verify this. Like, obviously, these two photos look different, but that's not it's not unbiased because of lighting. Lighting's about
this swollen, and then to whatever in that video, it looks like a woman's nose.
Yeah, if a man is like too manicured, and this is what happened. This is the problem when like
Are you saying that I've got the yellow plague and now I'm snow blind? Is that what's happening here?
you make looks all about some sort of formula, which he kind of what
Yes,
he
he did.
follows, because there's
Yep.
beauty formulas and like calculations of like, okay, these are beauty standards if you fit certain ratios and certain things that
Mhm.
people find it attractive. But I
Yeah,
think,
like women should have tits, for example. That's a beauty standard.
where this whole thing
The
is
math,
lost.
sometimes the math ain't math, and that's what.
Sometimes the math ain't that. It's just like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a general rule, but if you have somebody who especially tries to hit all of those, then it starts to look uncanny. It starts to look weird. You need little things here and there that kind of are off of this perfect ratio or calculation, or you're gonna look
Like a
just-
mannequin, right?
Yeah, you're gonna
somebody
look like a
in chat says, his nose looks nice. Why are you hating on him so much? Because it's his entire brand, and he has brainwashed tens of thousands of young men out there
This
to
isn't
do
some
this kind of shit
random-
to their
yeah.
face. I wouldn't care if it was
It's
some
just
dude.
some
Yeah.
who did that. We don't care. But this guy's whole career is based off of looks or a calculation, and you have to fit all of these things. He's telling people to break their bones and make them grow back different. He's telling people
Yep.
to get on steroids and put injections in.
What are the
people's
other things he does? The
faces.
peptides? What are peptides? I've never heard of
Peptides,
them, but
it's some sort of it's like
I mean, I've heard of them, but I don't know what they
right.
are.
It's proteins, and so I don't know. Different ones do different things. They can like supposedly make your skin better, or there's some that work like Ozempic. But
Melanie knows a lot about this.
yeah.
Why didn't she ask her husband about these like male enhancing drugs?
it's in the same family, and so there's like a retatrutide one that he keeps pushing that is like it works like Ozempic, but it's a protein, and so
Retaruride.
people are trying to act
fuck
like
is she
right now
talking
these are
about?
off label. It's not FDA approved.
By the way, that's why he got banned from YouTube. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he got banned from YouTube.
It makes sense. He's telling people to do these things.
Yeah, he was banned from YouTube because he had previously been banned for pushing off-label Chinese peptides, which is why,
Oh,
which is
yeah,
what
and
his
that's
actual
what-
ones.
No, the Chinese peptides. Raw, it'd be all right. Just take the Chinese peptides. It's not even a good racist voice. I'm just sleepy now. It's late. It's almost 1 a.m.
I'm seeing this all over TikTok of people pushing these, and it's making people
All right, if she's 40 and using TikTok, then that's a woe buddy right there.
skinny and stuff. But the thing is like you don't know what those side effects are gonna be. I just think it's really suspicious.
Can't be any worse than this.
and I think, why do you need a
Over here.
peptide or some why do you need to inject yourself with something that
The fuck is Jeremy looking at? Is this some like
and I think, why do you need a peptide
in broad daylight? Is he just looking at people sucking off? Like, what the fuck is this?
or some why do you need to inject yourself with something that you can just do it yourself? Just eat less yourself. Like, if you want to get skinny, eat less yourself. Like, you can. You might have it might be a little more difficult with the hunger and stuff, but these shortcuts aren't worth it when it comes to injecting these substances in your body. I just don't see how that could
I mean, this is a guy that OD'd on camera.
Exactly.
And his friends were like, "Hey man, do you want more drugs? Do you want some more drugs?
Yes.
You're overdosing. Let's give you a drug to cancel that drug." It's like, dude, I don't like movies that are gratuitously violent. Like Melanie recommended that one that thought it was a good ride, like that goofy, like they're trying to kill us or whatever. Like if it's overly graphic, I don't.
Goofy's Big Adventure?
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I don't like the Hostel movies. I don't like Saw. I don't like any gore porn.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like if they make it if they make it over the top in almost like a comedy way, like the Kill Bill movies, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But
Tasteful
whenever
gore.
it's where it's just like, okay, it's for the art. It was for the and it's also like a comedy. So have like comedic elements. So then it kind of works there because it's just goofy. But whenever they just go gratuitous, gory, and they try to take it serious, they kind of lose me. That's what there was one that I forgot what it was called. Smile 2 did that because
over the top. The first one was so good.
It was, and I still liked Smile 2, but I was like, okay, it's not even as scary to me because the gore is so over the top that it just doesn't feel as
It's immersion breaking, right?
It breaks the immersion. Yeah.
That's what we talked about the Wolverine video game. It's like too much blood. It looks goofy. Actually, I haven't fact checked by the chat. There is in fact boobs in the Pope's Exorcist, but they are.
What the fuck is it? Is this the
boobs.
show?
They're not like boobs for boob's sake.
Right.
He was one of the
Deepest
pastors
law?
or priests had an extramarital affair or slept with somebody. So like it came as a vision, as a way to tempt him or something like that. So story-driven boobs are fine, but I think like boobs for boob's sake, I'm a little over it. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying even I watched that movie that my wife wanted to watch, which was actually turned out to be very good. The Servant, I think it's called. It was like a very best-selling book. But Sydney
It's a very best-selling book.
Sweeney is in it, and I'm like, oh, of course. So there's like a ton of boobs in it. I'm like, this does not improve the story to me. Like, if I want to see Sydney Sweeney's boobs, I can watch Euphoria clips or whatever. Like, it's not. I don't really.
Isn't that the tranny
it's
show
kinda
that
lazy.
Nick Fuentes watches?
Tasteful story boobs, thumbs up. Boobs for boob's sake, it doesn't really add a lot. That's why I always say about Game of Thrones. No, those HBO
I
series.
couldn't do Game of Thrones. I
How
was
many
like,
times I gotta see
watched,
Khaleesi's boobs? It's not adding anything to the
I
story.
watched the first episode, and I think that's where they had the brother and the sister going at it. And as someone with two brothers, that's like, no, not doing it. Not doing it.
Can we play that? I need like the sound, like the sussy sound effect from fucking Among Us. Melanie Mac can't watch Game of Thrones because she has two brothers. What? No, wait a minute, Melanie. No.
I'm out, and I never watched another episode. Like,
yeah.
Is it getting too real for her? She's like, if I want some Wincest, I can just see my family reunion. We got Harada with a 50. South Korean. Oh, wait, sorry. I think this is Swedish krona. Quartering's news stream occasionally covers news, I hear. Might be news from 10 years ago. That's true. He does, unironically, post 10-year-old news stories that we learned from the Luther Morgan thing. Reminds her of her childhood. That's pretty dark. Speaking of dark, we're going to watch that Chappelle Show clip over on Kick because you can't watch it on YouTube. So if you want to go to the Kick channel, I'll link it in the YouTube chat. Otherwise, we're just going to wind down the stream. How do I actually get my copy and paste? There we go. All right. So YouTube people, you got like 30 seconds to get over there. Otherwise, oh wait, you know what? Let's see if we can find someone to shill. Is anyone streaming or something? Is anyone live? Wait, see if I can find someone that's actually. Is there anyone to restream to on YouTube? I don't see anyone. Nobody? Okay, it's nobody. All right. See you, YouTube. It's over. Bye. We're gonna be back on Kick for about 3 more minutes. Later losers, exactly. Once I can actually find how to end it on YouTube. Oh, it's over here, right? Yeah. All right. Peace, YouTube. All right. Now that YouTube's